You are looking live in Waterloo, New York, and you have arrived just in time for the playing of our national anthem. Dave Barnick along with Kevin Korzeniewski. It's a wonderful life, and we are about to start a doubleheader of action between the North Seneca County rivals, the Waterloo Indians, hosting the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. The girls will go first, then it'll be the boys. A tale of two cities, a tale of two teams. Mynderse, boys and girls, off to a rocking start here in the 2016-17 campaign. And not so much for Waterloo, but they tell me Waterloo girls' record may be deceptive. Kevin, good evening. Happy holidays. How's it going?
It's going great, Dave. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Glad to be back with you. I'm excited about the North Seneca County rivalry. Only a South Ender will point out that this is a North Seneca County rivalry.
We consider this to be the other end of the county.
Okay. But, looking forward to the rivalry between Mynderse and Waterloo. Looking at two of the matchups, they don't look very favorable for Waterloo tonight, and both the girls and boys. But the girls have a much more better chance on the Waterloo end to keep it close than I think the boys do later. You'll see a young Waterloo team against there's a few seniors on Mynderse, but the strength of their team also comes from their junior class. So both these teams will bring back their best players next year. And the Waterloo team is young. They have struggled the last couple years, but they are getting better, and there is some talent on the roster.
And they have at the helm, of course, Tim Lincoln, and he's no stranger to highly successful campaigns coaching the Waterloo Indians.
Yeah, very successful coach, a multiple sectional title winner, and he's advanced to the state finals. He's coached some really talented girls. He's done a great job throughout the years here. He's back for the last couple years, and trying to rebuild this program. And he's got them going in the right direction. They're very young. Right now they're calling out, freshman Jillian Panic, sophomore Carrie Jensen, junior Abby O'Brien. So you're going to see one senior get significant playing time, and Bree Burkett tonight. There she is, number 13. She's a banger. She's a tough kid, and she'll play down low. But everybody can say, "Hey, we're bringing kids back." I hear that argument all the time. We're bringing kids back. We're a young team. And the one thing that Waterloo is bringing, they're bringing some talented kids back. They're not just bringing kids back. They're a 3-year varsity player. That doesn't mean anything to me. You can be a 3-year bad varsity player. You can. I've seen it. I've seen it in our area. But the Waterloo girls will continue to get better. They will have probably their best year in the last few years next year. There's still a little bit of rebuilding, but it's time for them to start playing like people talk about, the talent that they have and showing some good chemistry and producing on the court.
Last year, of course, Mynderse season was somewhat dictated or greatly affected by the loss of their star, she was a sophomore a year ago, Heidi Miller, and she's back leading the way this year. She does a lot of things for Coach Jerry Anderson.
Absolutely. She rebounds, she passes. She is a scorer, but she will find the open teammates and selfish. She's a good leader as a junior, works hard out on the court. And Mynderse is a tough guard because if you don't have a girl to guard her, as Waterloo does tonight, they don't. And if they have to play a zone, Jerry Anderson brings many three-point options in at any given time. It'll start with Tilton. Haley Case can shoot, and those two guys are shot ready all the time. Look to shoot the three, and he'll bring some kids off the bench tonight. We'll talk about them as they get in. But these guys can shoot as well, so it's a tough matchup.
And game underway, and very quickly off the tap, and a nice bounce pass and shot off the bank. Hannah Brown-Trice with a bucket for Mynderse, and it's quickly 2-zip.
Two things I like early. One, I think that was a drawn-up play by Coach Anderson trying to get an easy tip basket, which is great coaching. And second, on the Waterloo end, team sneaks, something we don't see a lot anymore. I really love the team sneak look by Coach Tim Lincoln and the Waterloo girls.
Waterloo moving the ball around. They're at home here in this cavernous gym, especially when it's as empty as it currently is. Hopefully that'll change as the evening progresses. Shot is missed there.
Had the conversation with Kerry Jensen's father last night, Rich, and he said, when's the time for a new gym in Mynderse? And I said, I don't think it's the time for a new gym at Mynderse. I don't like the big gyms. They really seem empty. There's no vibe in this gym, even on a busy night. And Mynderse, to me, has the best gym in the Finger Lakes.
In the east, that is.
No, in the Finger Lakes.
In the Finger Lakes East.
I don't think I misspoke. I think the Finger Lakes.
Aubrey O'Brien at the line will shoot a pair, and she hits the first one. Would you say it's safe to say, Kevin, that Waterloo hanging in there early is a critical key for this ball club tonight?
Absolutely. They don't want to get down. Whenever you're the underdog, it's always tougher when you get down. So a good start for Waterloo at home is imperative tonight.
And O'Brien ties things up at the free throw line. Could have used her last Saturday afternoon in a different orange uniform. As they loop it in, off the glass, shot is missed, and here comes the Tribe. Logan Castiglione, and she lost it. Here comes Mynderse, and they'll retain
good hustle by
possession.
Kerry Jensen, but sloppy ball handling by Castiglione. She's got to keep that ball in and protect it a little bit better. That's just too easy of a takeaway for Mynderse, and Coach Lincoln can't be happy with that.
Jerry Anderson, the Mynderse Academy coach. Tim Lincoln, of course, Hot Rod Tim Lincoln, the Waterloo coach.
Yeah, Waterloo a little man-to-man here. Let's see how they're doubling down on Miller, but they got her now. She's got a freshman on her.
Oh, nice move, but she couldn't convert with a left-handed layup off a beautiful feed.
That's a big test for Jillian Panic, AD's daughter, Jeff, tonight. His daughter trying to guard Miller one-on-one. We'll see how that goes.
Well, when Jeff played, a good player in his own right, of course, and his younger brother Jim as well, as Mynderse takes it away. I used to say that Coach Joe Spazzato would push the panic button when he needed one of them to come through, and he's here watching his daughter. Shot from the outside, bang, burying it. Was Haley Case with a trifecta.
Haley Case, a senior, is, I think, the most improved player in this program. I watched her play a little bit over the summer. I was impressed with her. She plays a lot of AAU ball, loves basketball. She really puts her heart into the game, and it's shown here in her senior year, and I continue to think she's going to have a great senior year and really helping this team out.
Waterloo kind of baffled against the defense, holding the ball on the perimeter.
Mynderse is in a box and one on Castiglione, and that's something I wouldn't want if I was a girl in the Finger Lakes East, is Hannah Brown-Trice following me around all night.
Shot clock violation as the ball did not hit the rim. It got up. The shot took place prior to the shot clock going off, but it's got to hit the rim.
Yep. Yeah, Hannah Brown-Trice, if you don't know, Dave, she'll leave a practice with soccer or basketball, and she'll go around town and run 4 miles with an air mask on, to cut her, to make it seem like she's running at a higher elevation. This kid is tough. She's in good shape, and she's a defensive stopper.
Steal and laying it up and not in. A nice move, but O'Brien couldn't convert the layup, and they got to make those shots.
Yeah, you got to take care of the ball, and you got to make easy layups. If you can't do that, you're not going to have much success, whether it's against a team that's better than you or a team that's just as good as you. And certainly tonight, it's gonna shoot them in the foot if they can't convert on those easy ones.
Shot from the outside is an air. Well, no, it hits the rim, and Waterloo retains.
Yeah, another turnover by Castiglione.
5 minutes remaining, first quarter. Driving, Mynderse knocked out of bounds. They'll keep it as Sarah Schaefer went up with it.
Yeah, senior Sarah Schaefer is a great take by her and a good no call by referee Tommy Marino down there.
I want to say hello to all of our broadcast partners during this special holiday season. Little pop from the baseline is good, and Heidi Miller gets in the scoring column, and quickly it's 7-2, and not the start that Waterloo was hoping for.
And it easily could be a tie or closer game.
And a shot. I think maybe a Mynderse player got a hand on that ball.
I think you're being kind. I think she just rushed it a little bit.
Boy.
Yeah, she just caught it and didn't take her time, square up. But, she's a freshman. She's young. As that comes, she'll sink that shot. I've seen her play before, and she'll knock that down.
And I do try to be kind,
Yeah,
Kevin.
That's good. Tis the season. Not sure if we got a shot clock violation here. If it ever hit the rim, went up and hit the backboard, but didn't hit the rim.
Yeah.
And officials trying to figure out whether it should have been reset or not. I've been doing this for the home games, for the Mynderse home game shot clock. It's hard, especially if you got a kid involved. I screw it up every night.
I would think it would be easy to kind of lose your train of thought unless you've done it for a long time.
Yep.
And we see the former brain trusts of lots of years of coaching, Mike Ferrara and Joe Spizzato, as the shot goes up from the outside. It won't go for Waterloo, but it's saved and then lost on the end line. Mike Ferrara did just an outstanding job at the Seneca Falls Country Club this year, where I attempt to hit that little ball around, along with Jim Sinacropi, who's always long and down the middle of the fairway. Driving, firing it up and not going is Schaefer, and here comes Waterloo. They've had chances.
Yep.
And, of course, Joe Spizzato, a long-time coach and AD here at Waterloo. So it's Haley Case, Hannah Brown-Trice, Sarah Schaefer, Megan Tilton, and Heidi Miller for Mynderse. And the shot goes up in a Mynderse foul. And for the Indians, Castiglione, Aubrey O'Brien, Carrie Jensen, South Seneca. Her mom's a South Seneca girl, by the way.
I don't think so.
I think, yes. No?
I'll bet the house that it's not. Her mom's a Mynderse girl.
You know what?
You know why you always try to get these Mynderse people down in the south end of the county? I'm not sure about.
No.
Yeah, she's a Cosentino from Seneca Falls.
I'm sorry. I know what I did, but it would be too confusing to explain.
No more than usual.
Bree
Burkett.
And also Jillian Panic, who we mentioned. And 1 out of 2 for Castiglione. 3 foul shots. That's the 3 points made for Waterloo tonight. 7-3. Good football score up there.
Yeah. Now, Carrie Jensen's father is a South Ender from Romulus, so the other side, the dark side of the South End.
Ah, yes. Driving and opening in the lane, but losing it, and here comes Waterloo again. So Waterloo trailing by 4, but Mynderse has had a few chances of their own they haven't converted.
Yeah, a little sloppy early on.
Turn around, open 15-footer. Yes! Off the bank. And good. That was Panic, the freshman. She came up last year, if I recall. Here's the steal.
Yeah, she played varsity as an 8th grader last year.
And that's Jillian with it over the midcourt line. 3 minutes exactly left in quarter number 1, doubleheader action. Turnaround jumper off the bank again after hours. The post office may not be open these days, but the banks usually are. And we are tied at 7. You know who used to hit those bank shots as we see it here? A guy named Sam Jones for the Boston Celtics.
Our first Celtics reference.
Yeah, he was a terrific player, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, what I like about it is, she has banked both of them in, but they're attacking the weakness of that zone, which is the high post. So a good job finding the open kid while they are now in the box and 1 on Asia Arno, who's checked in off the bench for Waterloo. Very strong player, multi-dimensional. Good passer, good ball handler. She can score. Does a lot of good things for Waterloo.
And again, a great move, open but missed. Turnaround jumper is good by Carrie Jensen.
That was HBT for Seneca Falls. We get Hannah Brown Trice. Just call her HBT. It's a lot easier than that hyphenated name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. You had the wrong squad.
Yeah, that's right. I better turn these
I'll keep an eye on you
shots.
tonight. Don't worry.
Thank you for that. And 2 buckets in the game for Hannah Brown Trice. And there's another pink shot. It's a Festivus miracle.
Not Festivus quite yet. We called the game last year 2 years ago on Festivus. That's the 23rd.
That's correct. Although I watched, I did some research on that. And I'm told that you can celebrate Festivus anytime during the year if you wish.
Excellent. That's good to know.
Was that Panic again who hit that 3 in a row?
No, that was Carrie Jensen on the end.
You
were doing you had a premonition and you called it wrong on the wrong end. You knew she was going to come down and score.
I'm ahead of my time.
We got a couple players in for Mynderse here. Snyder and Barnett in. A sophomore and a junior. Barnett the sophomore.
And with 1:45 remaining first quarter, we got a ball game, and had that went, we would have had Waterloo's first lead of the evening. Dave Barnick, Kevin Korzeniewski, the fabulous Hunt brothers are here, and of course, our leader, our fearless leader, Jim Sinacropi. Driving, Miller gets the strong move to goal. She does not seem to be showing any ill effects from last year's injury, which is a good thing.
No, she's having a heck of a year. Very active player. Does a lot of good things. Got a great touch. Workhorse.
11-9 driving, throwing up the scoop shot, won't go. And Mynderse looks to run. Driving right side, going to take the distance, and offensive foul called on the Blue Devils. HBT.
Yeah, great position by Bree Burkett on that to draw the charge. We got a replay here on Heidi Miller taking it in. Good finish. That's a tough finish. She's got a big, tall girl on her.
She'll
got shooting over.
No doubt earn a lot of trips to the charity stripe this year with those moves. And knocked away. A multitude of turnovers early on both teams. Both coaches have to be lamenting how much more. Great pass, but again, a missed chippy. Rebound Waterloo, and some contact as clearing the iron, so to speak, was the freshman Panic.
Yeah, she does a good job on the boards. That was a great find by Maddie Barnett to Sarah Schaefer. Sarah's regretting that one. She got to finish those easy ones we talked about. Then again, a little sloppy here. It's crowd trickling in. Kids aren't used to playing at 6 o'clock, So maybe that has an effect on this.
Now the
doubleheader.
Did the JVs already play, or are they playing tomorrow?
JVs played last night, 2 close games. Waterloo won by 4 in the girls' game, and then Mynderse boys won by 2 in the nightcap.
We got a timeout and a chance for me to tell you that this live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is made possible through the support of Generations Bank. They have locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. And Therascar and 5-Star Medical Corporation. Therascar is a dye-free, fragrance-free medical-grade product that improves the appearance of scars and aids in the treatment of cuts, burns, acne, eczema, and psoriasis. Learn about the benefits and why people here in the Finger Lakes are so excited about Therascar and 5starmedicalcorp.com at 5starmedicalcorp.com. And Dave Barnick, along with Kevin Korzeniewski, bringing you this doubleheader. Mynderse Waterloo in Waterloo. The guests from Seneca Falls currently leading 11-9. And looking to change that, Waterloo with the basketball. O'Brien dishing it off, and a fine move by Castiglione, taking it down the left part of the key and knocking it in. Nice move, Kevin.
Yeah, tough move by Castiglione. Good offensive glass there by Schaefer. And if Waterloo plays his cards right, 5 seconds left, they can take the lead at the end of the first.
Stop and pop from long distance. No. And that'll do it, but we're all tied up with Phil Sims's number on the board. 11 all. We'll be back. with more high school basketball right after this.
This is Eli, and these are his two older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say what, Eli?
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
All kinds of
I saw him up there.
second quarter action, all tied up, 11 apiece, the Waterloo and Mynderse Academy ladies. Got to look at the schedule here when we get a chance. I'm sure Jim will have it on the board. Upcoming broadcasts on Finger Lakes 1. Baseline, high arcing shot, missed. Rebound fought for, loose ball taken away by Waterloo and knocked out of bounds, but the Waterloo player Jensen acted like, here we go, Lions, Clyde Savannah. That should be girls, boys, doubleheader. And a Waterloo foul. Jim Senacropi, Matt Verge, and Rhett Taccone have the call. That's coming up Thursday night. No rest for the weary.
Nope, not at FingerLakes1.com. Not Jim Senacropi. We got Jolly into the game, and for Waterloo.
2 free throws missed by Haley Case.
We got Mary Dole into the game for Seneca Falls, so a couple new faces out there. One senior, Haley Case, out for the Minders team. And no seniors on the court for the Waterloo team.
It's still stuck in my crawl, that very biased statement you made early on about the gymnasium situations in the area. But
I think the best atmosphere in the
Oh,
Finger Lakes
atmosphere.
and gym is
Okay.
Seneca Falls.
Atmosphere.
This is the Arthur L.
you might have something with that atmosphere part.
Now,
Let me
concession
just-
stand and
Let me just say this as we have a break. I am so pleased with the facility at South Seneca. It's a beautiful facility that I thought personally was long overdue, and I advocated for the passing of the project that got us a sparkling, fantastic auditorium and gymnasiums. So I knew
Yeah,
any gym
nice place.
that I
It's a
played
great
on
place.
was too old.
absolutely.
From the outside, air ball saved by Waterloo, but stepping on the end line is a hustling Logan Castiglione. And turnovers and low percentage shooting by both teams, the key factors here in
Which
the first
I
half.
think is great for Waterloo. You know, when you come in a game and you're not favored and the other team's better, you want it ugly, sloppy, and tied after first quarter. You know, so everything's going great for Coach Tim Lincoln and his girls tonight.
If you want to talk about facilities at all, I will fit in here, and we can talk at some point today. Turnaround jumper, foul line, in and out. That was panic again, and a loose ball garnered by Waterloo, another chance on offense. And I'll get back to that comment after this offensive set. Driving, stopping, shot clock, still plenty of time. And there's a push from behind and a foul.
And
And
good
sportsmanship.
Yeah, it's great by Hannah Brown.
But as I was telling you off the air, I just got back from visiting my son in California, Sacramento, and they have the most fantastic brand new
nicer
arena.
than South Seneca's?
It's pretty amazing. It's just a beautiful place to watch a game.
Never
Their
been.
team is mediocre with and the talent of those pros. I saw 2 games, Lakers, Knicks versus the Kings. It was a really good trip, and I appreciate all my son did for me out there as we had an early sort of Christmas celebration. Waterloo, with 2 minutes into the second quarter, nobody has scored for either team yet this quarter. It's 11-all. And bottled up is Jensen. She gets rid of it. Shot is no good, and here comes Heidi Miller in the academy. Heidi would like the ball back, and I think that would have been a wise option. They sent it to the other side. Working that perimeter, inside feed, and that shot had no chance of going in, but the foul occurred anyway by Castiglione, and will send Case to the line for 2 more. So it's a wonderful life. How did that weekend go?
Great weekend. Our busiest year yet. Everything went pretty smooth, and we're looking for bigger and better next year.
How was the weather?
Weather was the best I think we've had. It wasn't the warmest. It was about 35, but snow came down right as the race started. Throughout the race, it was nice. It was pretty.
Yeah.
Very picturesque. Beautiful evening.
I remember because I was flying out that Friday, and the weather was iffy, and then the weather got bad, I guess, Sunday and Monday a little bit, huh?
Oh, yeah, big storm Sunday night.
Driving, stopping, popping, and we'll go into the bank again. That didn't work, but, again, nobody has scored it through nearly 3 minutes of the second quarter. Let's see if she can change that. No, Case's shot. She hit a 3 earlier, but not there.
She thought she had it. Looked good. Just a little short.
So whoever ultimately falls behind and losing, they're going to lament the fact that they've had so many opportunities.
Yep.
As substitutions again come into the game, Kevin.
Yep, we got Megan Tilton checking in for Seneca Falls, and Olivia Sobis for the first action tonight for Waterloo, and checking it back into the game is Bree Burkett.
Anxious to see those Mynderse boys who've been operating on high octane so far this year, undefeated. Coming up in the nightcap.
Yeah, they get up and down the court. I think the big court's going to fare them well. She'll fire it all night, Tilton. And I love about Tilton is she's an assassin. She'll miss 2 or 3. She keeps shooting, but she's got a nice form, and she's a pure shooter. A little streaky.
Might have to call her the rifle. Well, we can't call her the rifleman. There was a Waterloo player I used to came off the bench and used to fire him up like that. Chuck Chambers.
Chucky Chambers.
The rifleman.
Yeah.
Stop and pop the other way, in and out, not in. And again, we're near. Here's Waterloo with a little takeaway. They have numbers, but Mynderse then gets back, and Sobis will take it out front. Who will score first in this second quarter? Not on that shot. It's an air ball saved, but Miller comes away with it down the left sideline. Stopping, firing, and knocked out of bounds by Waterloo. Wow.
It's not pretty, Dave. It's not pretty. And again, I think this style of play and the score, the low score and turnovers, really favors Waterloo.
Salvador Mark Pittifer grabbing the hand of the official and giving him a handshake on that dead ball.
The mayor.
He's got quite a singing voice himself. Turnaround, no. But Miller with a nice move, really.
She's got great footwork. There's a picture of Mark Pittifer and Janet Kistner-Kraft, very outstanding athlete at Waterloo in her day.
Got the gum working.
Yeah.
She'll get teased about that now, right? So Miller will go to the line to try to get the lid off the Mynderse basket as we are 3:48 remaining in this scoreless second quarter. We're not playing football where it's outside and freezing, and that foul shot is missed.
It's cold in here.
It is chilly.
Ice cold.
I wore my
I was talking about the shooting.
My brand new Syracuse shirt, despite their troubles this year.
They got it back on track against Eastern North Michigan last night.
Yeah. The scary part is Leiden strained his Achilles on.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I guess he's okay. He played ferociously in that loss against Georgetown. 12-11, and a shot is blocked. The Mynderse coming the other way. That's number 1 with it.
That's Kayla Snyder. Needs to do that a little more. Take the ball to the basket. She likes to shoot the 3, but I think she should, she brings more to her game if she's attacking the basket once in a while.
She missed the layup, and Schaefer was there for the rebound, but she couldn't convert.
Yeah.
and it's one and done for Waterloo.
We could build a gymnasium this size again with all the bricks we've had so far tonight. You're a little kinder.
And
than I am.
another turnover.
Yeah.
Well, that may wear off of me too, you know. So.
Yeah, Mynderse in a 2-3. They finding space in that high post. They just haven't had anything consistent going on there.
And then they throw it to a Mynderse player.
Yeah.
I was about to say they were working the offense pretty well, but just couldn't convert. But
here's Case.
Case for 3. No. First team to 21 wins, maybe. Can we get to 21? It's 12-11, 2:30 remaining. Driving, firing, and hitting. The first field goal of the second quarter is converted by the freshman, Panic.
Who leads all scorers now with 6 points.
And we got a timeout on the court. And we'd like to tell you that Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod online at littlejohn.ortho.com. And we'd like to thank, we were talking about all the wonderful things he does, really for the community.
He's unbelievable. We went up to Rogue One on Saturday, and he had rented out a whole theater for all these contests. All you got to do is sign up over at the office, and if you win.
You saw the movie?
Oh, did I see it? I saw it. Oh, great. It was great. One of the best ones since, the originals. And I liked last year's, and I didn't really like 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, last year's was good.
Last year's was good. And this was a great side story. Great. Rogue One. Highly recommend. 2 thumbs up. Definitely got to check it out.
My friend texted me. Said I will not be disappointed.
No, I don't think anybody will if you're a Star Wars fan. My kids were a little confused. They didn't know how it fit in, and I was trying to explain to them, but my son is now on a marathon. He's on a Star Wars marathon.
That only bucket scored of the entire second quarter by Panic gave Waterloo their first and thus far only lead of the night. They lead 13-12. Mynderse as we approach the 2-minute mark. And Kevin will have a special guest at halftime. Shot, no good off the back iron. Here comes Waterloo. We'll do a few commercial spots, and Kevin will have a special guest. Nice to be with you here on a Tuesday night in the Finger Lakes as we approach Christmas. And a Mynderse foul. I'm not sure who they got on that.
I'm not sure either.
It looks like, well, maybe it was, is Barnett in the game for Mynderse?
Yep, Madison Barnett.
Yeah, that's who the foul was on. Here's the stop and pop from long distance, just short. Good rebound position. Thrown up, no. Her own rebound, yes. And Burkett extends the Waterloo lead by 3.
It's a little late.
Here's a turnover off the pass. What I've noticed with the Mynderse, their Achilles, speaking of Achilles heels, so far anyway, are the shooting woes. They've been in great position numerous times for high percentage looks.
Yep, and they just can't seem to get anything to fall.
As we see that replay. So Waterloo now, which seems like there's a trip. A 3-point lead seems kind of big because we've had such low scoring. It was 11 all after 1 quarter of play, and now with 1:18 remaining, shaking up a little bit, we'll go the line. Or no, it's going to be out of bounds. Kerry Jensen will inbound. Glad you could be with us on a snowy night, maybe watching and or listening, wrapping some presents, finishing some shopping. Kevin, the only one who asked me for my list was Jeremy. Neither Jim nor Kevin had. He was just being polite, I think. Here's the bomb. Mynderse outside. Yes! Number 1, Kayla Snyder with a much-needed 3, and we're tied at 15.
Yeah, big 3 by Snyder. She is a shooter. Barnett and her are shooters on the court right now. Tilton
with a nice move. She looked like she wanted the 3 ball herself, and then the defense came on her and she took it in the lane but couldn't get the teardrop to fall. We'll see if Mynderse tries to milk most of the shot clock here or not.
Doesn't look like it.
No, inside the Miller,
She's
saved
out.
but out of bounds by Waterloo. So now.
No reset on the clock, so it's 30 seconds left in the quarter, 18 on the clock. So I imagine they'd probably just attack as would be. Got panic coming back into the game for Carrie Jensen.
Are you doing any coaching these days?
My 7th grader and my 4th grader.
There's some rabid coaching going on the indoor soccer from all accounts, from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's quite the crew coaching our girls in indoor soccer, that's for sure.
20 seconds remaining before halftime. It's tied at 15 in Waterloo with a basketball. Inside, looking panic, had a wide open shot. She passed it up because they want to hold.
Yeah, but I think it was smart. I think she was holding it for one.
And then they lost
it. They turned it over. So.
8 seconds left, driving, throwing up a runner and drawing the foul.
Not sure if I like the call, but it's a good take by Barnett.
Will go the line shooting 2.
I think Madison Barnett and watching this team this year is the key to whether they win the league and sectional title. She has all the potential in the world. She's only a sophomore. She's coming off a knee injury similar to Miller. Not as aggressive as she probably would have been without the knee injury, but if she turns it up and she gets the confidence, she's really going to add a lot of dimensions to this Mynderse team to solidify this team as a true sectional and league contender.
You know, I think that's excellent insight, Kevin, and really at this stage of the development of these players at her age, even both mentally, emotionally, and physically, may mature as the season goes on.
Yeah, and she's more emotional. And she, once she feels like she belongs out there, you're going to see great things from her.
1 out of 2, 16-15. And Waterloo will try to get the ball up court and take a final shot, driving it to the lane, throwing it up. No, but a foul. And a good move. And very much aware of the clock was Castiglione, the junior. This is high-powered offense in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, they really turned it up here, 16-15. It's 5-4 this quarter. And I watched it last night. Part of it is the rivalry. We watched in the JV game last night. Both JV games were very poorly played, kind of ugly, and just how this game has been here. I mean, it's 15-16. That's just a low-scoring affair that really not great to be a fan of.
Just to pick up on that in a second, as Castiglione knots the score at 16, 2.1 seconds, and Mynderse won't get a shot off. It's tied at 16. I think what speaks well of girls basketball, and we'll be going to the halftime break here in a moment, is the fact that a score like this would not have seemed so unusual 15 years ago. So that's how far the girls' game, ladies' game continues to develop.
I agree with you.
Okay, let's take a break here at halftime and back after this.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. TheraScar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, TheraScar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage. late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing, building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
And welcome back to Waterloo, New York. We're at the halftime of the Mynderse Academy Waterloo girls game. We are tied 16-16 and about to bring you the 5-star medical Therascar halftime show. I'm Kevin Korzeniewski, and alongside of me I have 2 varsity players playing in the nightcap tonight. To my left is Waterloo senior Daquan Kingston, and to my right is Waterloo senior Jacob Jones. Welcome aboard, guys.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Getting ready for tonight.
Getting ready for tonight. Got to watch a little bit of the girls' game before. You guys don't get to see them play a lot because usually playing opposite. Daquan, thoughts on the game so far?
I think that Waterloo's hustling pretty good. I think we need to take more time with our shots, though. Maybe we're going too fast and not having good transition shots. I think if we slow the ball and look down low, then we should start getting more points on the board.
Yeah, Dave Barnick and I are calling the game. We said those same things in the first half. We might invite you up more often.
Yeah.
Good insight right there. They just seem to be rushing it a little bit.
Yeah, they seem to be moving a little bit too fast. I think that they should just take their time and look to see what they got rather than just to shoot the first shot you got.
Yeah, I agree. Jake, thoughts on the game?
Same with Minders. It's a slow start. Not a lot of points being scored. A little wild with the ball in transition. Need to slow it down, run some offense.
Now, I'm familiar with both teams I've watched. I thought Waterloo, maybe lose this game by 10, 12 points tonight. Minders, top of the league. Waterloo struggling a little bit. You guys, Daquan, you think, does that matter tonight with the rivalry? Or
I when I go into a game, I don't really look to – I'd like to win, but I go and I play because I love the game and I like to work hard. I do my best as I can every game. Sometimes it doesn't always go that way, but – before I go out to the court, I like to just think to myself, I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm going to leave it on the court tonight.
That's good. So records out the window, rivalry night, just work your tail off. So the nightcap, you guys are both in the nightcap. And Jake, game plan tonight? Without revealing too much, Daquan. You guarding Daquan tonight?
Probably not. A lot out of my size range, but I don't know. Run the ball up and down the floor, play tough defense, put up a lot of points, and keep the streak going.
Yeah, I think this court plays in your favor tonight with the way you guys like to push and handle the ball. You got a lot of multiple ball handlers and quick shots, and it's a bigger court than used to playing on. So I expect you guys really to get up and down. And but what's Waterloo got in store to try and slow this undefeated 9-0 Mynderse Academy Blue Devil down?
Really, we're just gonna play hard and just play good defense and make sure we play hard defense outside of the arc because they do have a shot. Most of their players are guards. I'm going to have to play against Jake Mean tonight, which is going to be a challenge, but it's always good going up against a challenge like I did last year with Ben Deming. It helps you just be a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
Just going up. But if you go up to somebody that's smaller than you, then you're not really gaining anything. But when you go up to somebody who's better than you and has more experience than you, then you have a chance to learn.
Yeah, you got to keep him off the glass. He's been dominating, cleaning the glass. Gets like 15 to 17 rebounds a night. So that's a big task for you tonight. I wish you luck in that. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a couple quick questions. Do your best to kind of answer it off the cuff, and the questions are coming up with nothing's rehearsed. Okay, so I'm going to start with Jake.
All right.
Jake, best shooter on the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils teams between the boys and the girls, Jake Jones or Megan Tilton?
I'm going to go with me.
You got a little on Megan?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to ask her the same question. We'll see what she says.
All right.
My vote's with Megan Tilton. All right, Daquan, between Waterloo and Seneca Falls, favorite place to eat?
I'd probably have to say Ticino's.
Ticino's?
Easily. Belgian waffle.
Oh, you like the Belgian waffle
Yeah.
over there. You ever had the Belgian waffle there?
I have not.
Me neither. You going to try it out now?
I might.
I might too.
It's very good.
That's good? Sounds like something breakfasty. I got to get
Yeah, it's like a giant waffle, and you can put fruit and whipped cream, and it's good.
Sounds pretty good. All right, same question, Jonesy. Favorite place to eat?
Probably Parker's.
Parker's.
Yeah.
Favorite meal there?
Chicken finger wrap.
Chicken finger wrap. Buffalo or regular chicken?
Buffalo.
Buffalo chicken finger wrap.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? You like Parker's?
Yeah, I like Parker's a lot.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Good cheeseburger.
But I'm glad you went with a Waterloo place.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these Waterloo comes up. They all say Seneca Falls place. I laugh, give them a hard time about it. Predictions on the game tonight. We're starting with you, Daquan. Who do you think is going to pull this out?
I'm gonna vote for my team. I'm hoping that we're gonna play hard defense. We're gonna take our time, and
I'm going girls game. Girls game.
Oh,
here.
girls game.
No, I don't
okay.
want a prediction on the boys game.
Okay.
Don't give him any fire going back in and tell him he said you're going to win. Girls game.
All right, girls
I should have
game.
been clearer.
Well, I'm gonna of course vote for my hometown, Waterloo. To
Anybody
pull out the win.
Anybody going to play well the second half?
Um,
You're looking to lead the team to a victory?
Logan Stiglione does a good job. She's usually a good leader of the team.
Yep.
Plays good defense. Has a nice shot.
She struggled a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake?
Minders.
Minders?
Yeah.
Who's going to turn it on in the second half?
I don't know.
Hopefully somebody, right?
Heidi
Both
Miller.
teams. Heidi Miller?
Yeah.
They're getting back on Miller. I thought Miller would have a big game. I saw Coach Lincoln come out in the man-to-man, which was a great move. They've really held Minders down. But, you know, she's got a freshman on her. She's got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see what happens. Last question. Biggest influence, we're going to start with you in your sport. You know, it doesn't have to be basketball, but your sporting career, you know, it's your senior year. You don't get a chance to come on, you know, the internet or TV, whatever you want to call this, and you know, give somebody a shout-out that's helped you out a lot over the years in Waterloo, Daquan.
Somebody who's probably helped me out a lot is two people. My mom was a great influence on me. She told me to always work as hard as I can. And also Coach Thomas, because he doesn't deal with excuses, and it teaches you a life lesson more than just in the sport.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that one. Coach Thomas is great, drills the kids in, very disciplined. And, you know, for those that don't know, your mom passed away in the past year, great lady, and, you know, she's done a great job raising you for sure.
Yep.
Jake, same question.
I'm going to have to go with my dad without a doubt.
The old Tim Jones.
Yeah. He's been guiding me through basketball and baseball. Soccer, not so much, but he's always been helping me.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to give a shout out to my uncles because they're at a lot of the games. They're always texting me before and after how I did and how'd the game go.
Yeah, it's good. You got a good supporting cast there.
Yeah.
Your dad knows a lot about basketball. Just ask him; he'll tell you.
Definitely.
And the only problem with there is he's a Louisville fan. And I'm going to give a shout out to your mom for you because she's going to be mad at you. So I'm going to save your face a little bit here, Missy. And all right, guys, we got to get back to action here. Game's going to start in about 20 seconds. We're going to bring Dave Barnick in. But Daquan, thanks for coming up.
No
Jake,
problem.
good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, I expect a good game. Good luck to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. And we're going to bring Dave Barnick back in here for the second half. And we're about to start action. Minders ball. And we'll get Dave down here. 16-16 game. Thanks for those guys. They did a great job, Dave. Two very well-spoken individuals. Great interview tonight, I thought.
So I'm thinking, I was going to ask you, I guess I will ask you, but with this premise, as the shot is buried from the sideline, was that a three?
That
I
was only a two.
Just a long
she had
two.
a foot on the line, I think.
And that was that Miller?
That was Tilton. Megan Tilton.
This is yours.
Nope.
You're trying to confuse me again.
I'm just trying to get my scorecard going, so I have it. We got Megan Tilton for two.
And here's a turnaround
And,
jumper,
all right.
knotting things up.
Bree Burkett.
Burkett.
So both teams off to a little bit better start than the game, and I expect this in the second half here.
So I have to, don't think you have to be a genius to say the coaches were talking about finishing shots, not turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And inside feed, Miller's right there, not feed, rebound. Nice move by Heidi.
They got to keep her off the glass, and if she gets the rebounds like that, she's going to kill you all night long.
She gets positioned like that, and it's going to be a long second half for the Tribe, trailing 20-18. A good one here from Waterloo. Turnaround jumper again, no good. That was Panic. Rebound, couple opportunities, no. third didn't go. Little jump hook won't go. Fourth shot won't go, but a foul.
Great effort by the Waterloo Lady Indians, just hammering the glass there. And I watched Heidi Miller kind of draft out to the foul line there. She got to get in there and help the girls rebound.
And Jillian,
just like this.
Jillian Panic does not play like a freshman.
No, she rebounds really well, plays hard. And she's got a year under her belt. She's still rushing a little bit with her shot, I think. She's got to take her time, and I think she'll have some more success. But her tenacity on the glass and defensive end has been outstanding. Plays a lot like her father did.
Good player, both he and his brother. And 1 out of 2 for Jillian.
And Hannah Capacci coming in the game for the first time. Now, she'll come in for Mynderse strictly for a lot of defense. She'll try to bottle up somebody on the other end, and she's a heck of an athlete. A sophomore call-up for Coach Anderson.
And Coach Jerry Anderson, as the pocket is picked. Here comes Waterloo. Castiglione laying it up, no, but a foul as she burglarized Hannah Capacci on the play.
Yeah, too easy there. Just took it away from her. At least if she gets a hand on it, Hannah's got to be a little bit more aggressive and try to get a jump ball on that.
Did you say you were doing the Romulus South Seneca girls game with me?
I believe I am. Looking forward to it. Close game last time.
That game,
2-point game.
I think that game's going to be in Romulus.
That is in Romulus, yeah.
Not at the home of the New York State champions.
Nope. No, so a road game. That's going to be a tough game for him.
Could be. Damon has his girls in good position all the time. Free throws were both missed. They had another opportunity and yet another. But the turnover bug. And here comes Mynderse. Shot downtown won't go. Fight for the rebound. They go to the floor. Takedown, 2 points.
Maybe foul or travel has got to be something. We got a foul on Schaefer. Haley Case has to finish that jump shot a little bit better. She's about halfway down the court before it hits the rim. She's got to stay and follow through. I think she'll get her legs into it and stop being so short. That's a funny horn, was it?
Yeah. How about these, I don't know if Jeremy, or we can get these bumper stickers that I came across.
Oh, my God.
Look at these. Look at that one. Look at this one.
I got to put it up here. But that is funny. Old Mynderse Academy bumper stickers.
Well, the one is something that should be dear to your heart.
Yeah, I think I have one of those laying around somewhere.
Mynderse up by a point, driving, throwing up the runner, no.
And that's what I talk about Barnett right there.
Yeah.
That's a routine play for her, but she's a little hesitant. And if you maybe never seen her play, you don't know that she's hesitant. And if she just takes that full speed in, easy layup, and finishes it.
She didn't finish, but she just came up with a steal and is going to try it again. Throws up a runner. That was a difficult shot. A little jump hook as she was flying out of bounds, and that was good.
She kind of took with a purpose. She knew she was taking it. It's just she's got to be aggressive and headstrong.
She made a difficult shot on that one. Waterloo can't answer. Rebound, yes.
Tell you, Jillian Panic's having a heck of a game right now. Just kind of carrying Waterloo. 9 points here. It's got half their points.
22-21. We'll be selecting a player to chat with us at the end of the game. Hopefully that'll work out. For Waterloo, it's Carrie Jensen out there with Aubrey O'Brien. The aforementioned Panic. And let's see, underneath we got a foul right there. Bree Burkett.
Oh, you want to show your bumper stickers?
Yeah. Well, actually, we have this classic.
Look at that right there.
Yeah, and
that was a good year in '92. Above the rim. What's that say on the bottom there?
It says a power above
the rest. I've never seen that.
And
that's a Scott Smith right there. It's a special, giving us the confidence that we needed.
Have you seen these? Are these are vintage too, aren't they?
And a class by itself. I think I remember that one.
Yeah.
There's the old Blue Devil.
And I'm going to give these to Jim Sinacropi to distribute to you guys as he sees fit.
Those are great. I got this one right here, the 92 Class C champs right there. It's a collector's item.
It is,
That'll
I
be
would
worth
say.
at least 50 cents on eBay. But they are cool.
Maybe Craigslist you can do better.
That's funny. It's
That's funny you should
I love
say
the
that.
red one. I've never seen that one. A power above the rest. We used to have a slogan, we don't rebuild, we reload. That was Scott Smith as
they
well.
stole that from the Cowboys.
Oh, I'm sure, but it was great. It was
Those
great.
rotten Cowboys.
All I knew was what Mynderse did when I was 16 years old.
And how about those New York Football Giants, Cowboy fans?
Yep. Should be an easy breakaway here for Snyder. She's got Barnett trailing.
Taking it herself with a left hand, can't get it to go, and Waterloo with a rebound again. Missed opportunities.
And this is the stuff that I want to bring in my AAU kick tonight. And as Asia Arno takes it in, nice full court basket.
And that ball was deflected, and she had to regroup it as it was off her thigh and put it back up and in. What a nice play by Burkett.
But these guys play a ton of AAU. I'm, Haley Case and Maddie Barnett and Kayla Snyder, and they're good players. That's a good finish by Arno there. But what you miss is those layups. They're going in to take easy layups. They don't practice enough. They get into AAU, they get up and down, they work on plays, and we as a society, not just the Mynderse and Waterloo kids, it's just the basketball society just lack these fundamentals these days. Drives me nuts.
Now, was that Arno on that last bucket?
Yeah, that was Asia Arno.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
It was a heck of a move.
Yeah, it was a great move. Good hustle. Well, that should be a foul. Yeah, that's the good call.
Kids are working hard, and who, again, I think picks up. You got to make those layups, Kevin.
Yeah, and
you got to finish.
When you lack those fundamentals, it really hurts your team. And they practice them during the season, but it's the off season where they don't get enough of the fundamental skill development starting at a young age.
And that other factor that Jay Billis correctly and unfortunately pointed out Saturday, as the layup right there was missed once again. Here comes Waterloo. The foul shooting difference, Georgetown was 21 of 25, and Syracuse was 14 of 25. And again, foul shooting may determine this one as well. Long bank shot. Oh, my, another Festivus miracle by Waterloo's Aubrey O'Brien.
And a 3-point lead for Waterloo here late in the third quarter, really making this a game. Great effort by the girls. And Mynderse has been sloppy on offense all night. Very frustrating night for the Mynderse Blue Devils.
So getting interesting here in Waterloo and not answering. And the rebound, Waterloo doing a pretty good job on the boards, then losing it. Nice little give and go there. And turnaround shot won't go. Ice cold for Mynderse here on the Waterloo Gymnasium. Stop and pop, 15-footer short. And Miller comes away with it. And she looks a little tired, actually, right now. And I think Jerry Anderson wants to talk it over and maybe give him a rest. Let's take a break, 26-22, and tell you that you ought to visit Red's Place. They serve great lunches and dinners daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, homemade soups, and the best burgers and wings in Seneca County. Visit menshalloffame.com or check out Red's Place on Facebook for their full menu. And Finger Lakes Partners, insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community with offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor. Visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their, great food. Large portions, home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Check out their menu at pennysplace.restaurant.com. Well,
that's something you don't see very often, Dave, while you're reading the plugs. We got a replay on Aubrey O'Brien's bank three here. Mynderse called 30. Coach Anderson did. And then Coach Tim Lincoln followed it up with a full timeout. So we got a minute and a half break here. You don't see that happen very often.
Media timeout and a chance for me to tell you that Ferrara Lumber has been delivering the highest quality service to area contractors and homeowners into Finger Lakes since 1959. Start planning your next kitchen or bath remodeling project at FerraraLumber.com. And the next time you head out to see a movie, make it the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern renovated theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house, first opened in 1915. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com.
Love Omen Theater. Took the family out there last year around this time. It's a great little theater in Lyons.
Lots of good movies out right now. The Denzel Washington movie looks interesting.
Any Denzel Washington movie.
I've heard him promoting it on some good interviews. Big sports fan. He was telling about his children. 2 of them went to different Ivy League schools, and the third at NYU. Any rate, we got a good one here. 26-22, Waterloo in front. I think that 4-point lead
is the biggest of the night.
It was 7-2 Mynderse early, I believe. But since that point, this is the biggest, certainly the biggest for Waterloo. And it's been basically tied or a 1 or 2 point difference most of the evening. And Waterloo gets it back again. Getting off the floor is Kayla Snyder, who couldn't convert. And Waterloo will try to extend things.
Yeah, if you're Waterloo, you're feeling good about yourself. You don't want to get too nervous or excited. And if you're Mynderse, you're starting to feel a little bit like, holy cow. There wasn't many people around these two towns that would sit and say to you tonight that Waterloo had a shot at winning this game as they extend the lead to 6.
And from the elbow, the shot is made.
Bree Burkett again. She now has 6 points on the evening. And Mynderse better get on the board before this quarter's over.
Open three-pointer, but she does not look to take it. Now she'll take one from a step inside. It's just short, and Waterloo can virtually run out most of the clock here with this possession if they choose to.
Yeah, got 22 on the clock, 28 on the game clock.
Case handling the ball, then spinning it around. That's Panic, looks for help, finds Haley Case.
No, that's Aubrey O'Brien.
Oh,
that's number 10
I got
there,
the teams
O'Brien.
again. Aubrey O'Brien.
Right. We got 4 on the clock here.
Inside feed.
Turn and shoot.
Turn around, blocked and taken away by Miller. And then she.
Well, technically it should be a travel.
It could have been.
And that was good defense. No foul call. I liked everything. But then the horn went off. Mynderse had possession.
I think you're exactly right on that. Can Mynderse take advantage at the buzzer? No. And that'll do it through 3 quarters of play here in Waterloo. It's 28-22. Waterloo trying to stage the upset in the first half of our doubleheader. Back after this.
This is Eli, and these are his 2 older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying TheraScar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Find the partner you've been looking for. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Well, 1 quarter of basketball remaining in the first half of our doubleheader, the daily double here from Waterloo, New York.
There's the 7th grade crew from Seneca Falls having a great season, 7-1, I think. Coach Jay Hunt's team. He's got his team on the camera doing a little dab there. My son's on that team. He's not over there in that crowd. He's got a band concert tonight. Very mad about that. Can't be at the game. But here we go. Waterloo up 28-22. On our screen it says 27-22, but it's 28-22. 6-point lead for the underdog home team, trying to pull off, which I think is a large upset in the Finger Lakes East. And we'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter. But if you're Waterloo, you got to feel great about this game.
And not hitting their first opportunity of the fourth quarter is Mynderse once again. Their shooting percentage has got to be in the low 20s at the best, I would say.
And as Jeremy Hunt pointed out in between quarters, they're not rebounding. So they give up the jump shot. They're boxing out, giving them one opportunity. Mynderse has 22 points and they're trying to win a league after 3 quarters. That's 7 points a quarter, Dave. Mynderse. Waterloo's got to be feeling great about their defensive effort and their game plan by Tim Lincoln.
And there's a shot. It could have been maybe a bit of the hand, but stealing it right back is Waterloo. Yeah, and I'm thinking if I'm a Mynderse coach here, I might say, listen, if we don't have a breakaway, I want Heidi Miller to handle the ball on a half-court possessions.
Yeah, you want to get her some touches, especially down low in the post. And she hasn't had a ton down there. You know, it's been 15 feet in and out. But yeah, I agree with you. You know, the ball's got to go through hands. But these kids have done it all year for Mynderse. Tilton and Brown, Trice and Casey. And you know, they're not getting it done tonight as a team.
And we're already 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Losing it, getting it back, but not converting is Waterloo's Arno. And we got a jump ball. Possession will still be Waterloo. Had a chance to talk to Marty Colgrove here before the game, assisting Coach Tim Lincoln, along with Steve Spina and Jeff Panic. Well, Jeff's over there, though, watching, but he's listed on the program.
Yeah.
But Marty, a former Romulus Warrior.
That's right.
Whose parents are here in attendance tonight. 6-point game, right where we were at the end of 3. We're a minute and a half into the fourth and final quarter, and it's knocked out of bounds. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep, and Mynderse doing a great job defensively as well. You know, Waterloo's only got 28 themselves. That's not a lot. That's a great defensive effort. It's just they can't put it in.
Well, things seem to change in that cold shooting second quarter. It just, you know, the game started off
11-11 after 1.
It was 7-2.
A little sloppy, but 11-11.
But then we saw it was 16 all at halftime, I believe.
Yep.
And, boy, a bucket here would really be huge for the
they're
Tribe. And they throw up a bomb, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
A lot of shot clock violations tonight. Sloppy. Plays right in the hands of the underdog. Look, here's our girls' Super 6. Look at that. South Seneca Mynderse. Mynderse 2 on the Super 6 at FingerLakes.com Sports. And Waterloo not even on the board.
Looking, bottled up. Could have been called for steps out front.
I've seen that a lot tonight. They've missed a lot of travels.
They got the foul there. That'll send Hannah Brown Trice to the line. She had 4 first quarter points. I don't have her for any since then.
She's got 4. You know, Miller's got 6. And, you know, she's candidate for Player of the Year in the Finger Lakes. Waterloo doing a great job bottling her up.
Shot is up and good. And again, free throws, everything critical. Low-scoring game, not a lot of offense, which I know is redundant of me, but second shot no good, and Waterloo with a 5-point lead will bring it up court and try to extend their lead.
Let's see how they handle the pressure here. Mynderse in the man-to-man. I like this switch. I think Mynderse can play this team man-to-man and give them, make them bother them a little bit. That's a moving pick.
Driving, Castiglione can't convert. Rebound, no, but a foul.
Yeah. Haley Case gave up the easy rebound to Bree Burkett. Bree Burkett going to the line now.
Burkett, she was blocked out somewhat, but the defensive player from Mynderse was too far underneath the basket.
She had the inside position, but she wasn't making any contact and pushing her. You know, she only did half the battle. And quite frankly, she had the inside position because of her defensive position.
Missed free throw by Burkett.
A lot of missed free throws.
I have her with 6 points, Kevin, so
correct.
far.
Yep. Trying to go for 7 here, extend the lead to 6.
Dips, fires, doesn't get it. She might get another chance. No, it's a
she crossed. Lane violation on the shooter. So let's see what Mynderse does here offensively. They got to start getting some points. 5:40 to go. Down 5. Got a 3-ball from Haley Case. She's been open all night.
Doesn't get it to go, and Waterloo,
that's a frustration foul by Schaefer.
Yeah, the reach-in foul. I do not think they're in the bonus yet.
It is. You know, girls now goes 5 fouls per quarter for a double bonus automatically, no 1-on-1, which is a great rule. I'd like to see the boys adopt it, especially at high school. Resets every time. You know, last night there was a boys' game. They're at 10 fouls in the third quarter, and then they're shooting doubles the rest of the way. I don't like that. Mynderse picking up full court here. Barnett on Arno.
There's that pressure, that full court press that I had mentioned. And Waterloo breaks it nicely.
Take an easy
Driving
layup.
left hand. No, it's blocked. Miller with a good defensive
great
play.
defensive play. Good position. No foul.
Picked off by Case, and now here comes Mynderse the other way. Barnett gives it off around the timeline. Three-pointer, in and out. And Waterloo with yet another chance.
Case is getting good looks. She just can't seem to find it tonight.
I thought Castiglione was going to convert on that last layup attempt, but Miller came up with a defensive stop.
And the funny thing about Haley Case, too, Dave, is she nailed her first three tonight and has struggled mightily since.
And here's the
She's got a wide open layup here, though.
Barnett with the steal. Case with a layup. Yes! And the lead now cut to 3, and we got a Waterloo timeout,
Yep.
I suspect.
Good timeout by Tim Lincoln. He doesn't want to see any type of run go on. He did a nice lead, and they get an easy layup. Great find by Barnett to Case.
Well, we'd like to tell you that Jimmers Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stevers Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. A Jimmers Auto and Stevers Garage, they are strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. And Finger Lakes Construction is the #1 post frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. Visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com, and we'd like to thank them and all of our sponsors here on Finger Lakes One, giving us the opportunity to bring you high school basketball. Again, this is the first half of 2 rivalry basketball games here tonight.
Yeah, and it's a good one here. And the Case said it's competitive. It's been sloppy and ugly all night, which, I've mentioned several times, plays in the favor of Waterloo if you're just joining us. But they got a 3-point lead here, 4:45 to go, and we'll see what happens.
Faces in the crowd. We just had seen Carlo Lorenzetti and now Tony Ferrara.
And don't forget about Ty Reed, Finger Lakes One fan for life.
I didn't look at the monitor in time. Yeah. The funny thing about these first couple of minutes, that Waterloo converted a couple of them instead of Mynderse, the game almost would be out of reach. Here's an open 3 ball, and no, off the back iron. A 3 ball the other way could tie things up.
Nice
a
pass
layup
by
brings
Barnett.
it to 1. Case, dish off, Barnett, yes. Madison, who had assisted Case earlier, just moments earlier, got the reverse going that time. Good unselfishness, and returning with her first basket of the fourth quarter for Waterloo is Burkett.
Yep,
30
good find.
30 to 27. The long shot off the glass. Another Festivus miracle. Snyder this time. And there's a Mynderse foul on Miller. Is trying to answer quickly. Taking it to the hole was the Waterloo player, Asia Arnold.
Well, here's Barnett finding Case. Case really should have just taken this in, but she didn't have it. She gave it back. Good finish by Barnett.
That's a tough shot, too. That little shot, that tweener, as they say.
Twice there. I like that. And then Castiglione with a fantastic find to Burkett underneath. And we got a tie game here with Asia Arnold on the line. She missed the front end of 2.
That was a high-arcing shot off the glass moments ago by
Kayla Snyder. And if you're wondering at home, that is Heidi Miller's only her second foul. If you're watching the game, we don't have those great graphics like you might see on ABC or CBS. The production crew's just as good.
Another couple foul shots missed by Waterloo. And
really their Achilles heel tonight, Dave.
Yep.
We talk about doing those little things to make the upset
Must be
happen.
something about wearing orange in foul shots.
There you go.
Although last year's squad was not bad at the foul line, I thought.
Every 20, 25 years, Bayham has a team that can shoot good foul shots.
Oh, cruel shoes right there.
That's
Inside.
what they got to do.
Miller doesn't get it. Good
Well.
defense stepped up there to block. In Case with a rebound, I'm surprised there wasn't a foul there. Miller tries to convert, and we're going to have another tie-up. Yep, this time Waterloo will have possession.
Jump balls and girls basketball go hand in hand.
Mynderse had 3 or 4 opportunities there to take their first lead of the second half.
Yeah, and if you're not used to watching Heidi Miller, she does not struggle like this. So she's having a rough night, but you got to credit most of that to the Waterloo defense.
And full court pressure by Mynderse. We're tied at 30.
Oh, that's over and back.
3:15 remaining. And
Jerry's having,
Jerry
Coach
didn't
Anderson's
miss
having
it.
a fit, and I don't blame him. That's clearly over and back.
Long three-point shot. Swish!
Cost him 3 points. Great shot.
Castiglione. And
Finally on the board here since the first quarter. She had a foul shot or two inside that, but
just under 3 minutes to play. Things percolating a little bit, Kevin.
you're getting a little vibe going to this one.
Looping it in.
That's
There's
gotta
a
be
foul
bounce
from
pass.
behind.
It's good look by Mary Dole. Foul on Panic, reaching over Heidi Miller.
That's one of those things over time I'm sure the coaching staff will work with Jillian on. She was behind Miller. She didn't want to surrender the baseline, but you have to really go to the side to try to deny. Here's the long shot by Snyder, won't go, and Waterloo comes away with it. And losing it, and
took it from
jump
her.
ball, yeah. She was looking to get rid of it, but quickly there, Barnett. And
real
you're
aggressive,
right,
good hands.
Barnett's athleticism
Is
apparent.
Yeah, but she makes a lot of things happen. You know, she's running the point now. She's a good passer, very heady player, just an all-around good player, and you can see it off the ball as well.
We got a timeout on the court, 2:35 remaining in the fourth quarter of a 33-30 game where the home team Waterloo is in front. We'd like to tell you that FingerLakes1.com web development and hosting. Did you know that FingerLakes1.com has been developing great websites for local businesses and organizations since 1998? Take control of your web presence with a trusted, reliable local partner and call our downtown Seneca Falls office at 315-712-0104. That's 0104. Or see what you can do for your business at services.fingerlakes1.com. And if you want to pay a visit to the Finger Lakes One studios, the cathedral there for Syracuse University will be happily shown to you by proprietor James Sinacropi. And, what are any special plans for 2017 with that 5K race?
No special
or the
plans.
Wonderful Life, but how many people roughly how many participants?
We had 4,500 registrations sign up, but 4,100 finished the race. 4,058 it was the final number. But there's a lot of people that don't finish. They stop at a bar or restaurant. They just kind of come to walk an event. So there was more people than 4,058, but that's what we got on record.
That's still great. Great effort by you. I know you're a big part of that, along with a number of other people that behind the scenes and in front of the scenes do so much to make things like that come off with as few of snags as possible.
Well, one of the best things that came out of the race was Jim Sinacropi's video.
Driving, and Castiglione draws the foul. And while we were chatting, you may have also noticed that Mynderse had a chance to convert, lost the ball.
Yeah, turnover again.
So, boy, these are, again, with 2:23 remaining, critical free throws.
Absolutely. And the one thing I like about having the ball in Castiglione's hands here is she's not afraid. She's a very tough kid, and she's going to take the ball towards the basket and try to, she drew the foul here. But she's not going to back it out, and she's not going to get scared. She is going to take this moment, and she's going to run with it. So, good opportunity here on the foul line to extend the lead to 4 and 5.
Nothing but the bottom of the net on her first free throw. An impressive junior averaging 11 points per game so far. As historically they call it the midway point. It's probably more like a third to 40% of the way through the season when the holiday break occurs. Second shot, good form, but it's short. Rebound kept alive. Fought for the loose ball.
Yeah.
Who's got it? Castiglione. With kudos to Panic.
Yeah, keeping the ball alive. Just outworking the Mynderse kids right now.
And we got a timeout. We'll tell you again, we'll be having the Mynderse Waterloo boys at it at the conclusion of this game. We'll have an interview hopefully in between. And also Thursday, talking about rivalries, there aren't many better than the one between Lions and Clyde. And that game Thursday here on Finger Lakes One. Well, our sponsors include Generations Bank. They have offices in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo, growing all the time. Therascar and their medical group we're happy to have them on Finger Lakes One. Dr. Rodney Littlejohn and FingerLakes1.com, just some of our prime sponsors.
These guys are watching on Finger Lakes One right now. Got Caleb Sisko up there. I think it's the Big Tasty as well.
The Big Tasty.
There you go. And
how do you get a nickname like that?
Reese Boy up there, and they're watching. Wave to the camera, boys. I don't know if they're listening.
Inside feed, and wow, lots of contact. No foul called. To Panic's credit, she went right back on defense, and then we have yet another timeout. That gives me an opportunity to again mention our other webcast supporters, including Red's Place. You can see Mr. Jeremy Hunt there doing double time at times, and I think Brother Jason as well. Great sandwiches. They still have that Monday taco deal.
They still got the Monday taco deal, yeah.
Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. Talk about golfers. One of their partners, of course, Easy Ed Boudreau. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Great restaurant. Great breakfasts and lunches. Ferrara Lumber, they've been delivering since 1959, helping area builders with projects in the sort. And the fabulous Omen Theater in Lyons. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, supporting high school athletes for over 40 years. And Finger Lakes Construction, the #1 post frame builder in New York State. Thank you all for your continued support of high school basketball on Finger Lakes One.
Here's Jeff Panic, proud of his daughter's effort tonight, I'm sure, playing a heck of a game. Inspired, playing really tough alongside, that's the principal at high school, Susan Burgess, a Seneca Falls native, Susan Ireland.
Nice. That's good. You know, what strikes me about Jeff is, because I know from doing a little coaching and lots of broadcasting and lots of watching sports, that's entirely different when you're a parent. And he is not showing the Jekyll and Hyde personality that most of us do when it's your kid playing. At least not tonight.
No, he does a good job. I've watched him a little bit tonight, kind of wearing his role well as the athletic director here, and not going nuts. He's very calm in the corner.
One person getting a little concerned and agitated is Mynderse coach Jerry Anderson.
Well,
it's getting, as Yogi Berra used to say, it gets late early here, and with just a tick under 2 minutes left, the hometown team, the underdogs, leading by 4 and sending a player to the line. I think that's Castiglione again.
Yep.
I have her for 8 points so far. Make it 9. As she converts. 5-point lead.
Well.
That's pretty big.
There's that horn again. We got to work on that horn here.
That sounds like a
5-point lead.
Mynderse
has 30. They've averaged 7, 8 points a quarter so far. So I don't know if they can score 5 points with 2 minutes to go.
Second shot, nothing but the bottom of the net, and we have a player in double figures. Logan Castiglione has given her team a 6-point lead. Mynderse looking to step up the pace a little as they look for Miller inside. She's got it, throws it up, no, but draws the foul. I thought it was good weak side help there, but Miller had the great position, and I think maybe Coach Anderson may have said, get her the ball.
As long as Waterloo's playing that man-to-man, and Mynderse has been bottled up all night, the man-to-man offense has not been there. It hasn't been successful. And really, if I'm looking at MVP so far at this game, if the score holds true, it would be Jillian Panic guarding Heidi Miller, the freshman, rebounding well, defending well, hitting some key baskets. And, just an all-league player she has to contend with, and she's done an outstanding job.
Miller converts the free throw, cutting the lead to 5. Lots of time left, but still under 2 at 1:46.
Yeah, 1:46 in a girls' game could last a century.
2 free throws made by Miller.
Clock stops on scores in the last minute. There'll be a lot of fouls here. We got a timeout by Coach
Miller
Tim
with 9 points, actually, on my scoring account. And
I got her at 8, but, 8 or 9 still.
Yeah.
I mean, to hold her at 8 or 9 in a man-to-man setting. There's a lot of teams that will come in and play zone at 2-3 because they can't handle Heidi Miller, and I talked about it on the outside of the show. If they do play man-to-man, I think Heidi Miller will have a big game, and that's certainly not been the case. Coach Lincoln felt comfortable with the man-to-man, and Mynderse has struggled with it. They haven't run anything smoothly. They've gotten good looks. They just haven't knocked it down. maybe settling for the 3 a little bit too much.
January 9th, of course, they will be Mynderse playing at the nicest gymnasium in the Finger Lakes area.
Best concession stand for sure.
As they travel to South Seneca.
Yeah, Jim and I go out to eat there, and Jeremy, we go out and eat there on our off nights. When games aren't even going on, we call out. They'll cook us up some food.
I'll be feeling a lot better at things, hopefully, than a year ago at that. That was the day after my surgery, so.
Well, here we go.
That
Minute 46, Dave.
Mynderse
now 4.
was the last team to defeat the South Seneca Lady Falcons a year ago before they went on the run to win the whole state title.
And is South Seneca undefeated this year?
No, they lost to Aquinas.
Right. Aquinas, yep.
But that was without Emily Lavarnway.
But they lost.
Yep.
So the only 2 teams. Okay, so Mynderse then Aquinas. And hopefully, they'll be undefeated or not have a loss next time we see them.
We got a foul reaching, I think, on Mynderse. Or did they call it the other way? I
don't think so.
No?
I think it would be a block on
They had
HBT.
3 Waterloo girls walking the other way.
Yeah.
4-point lead.
And she just fouled out, HBT. That's a defensive and rebounding loss. But a quiet night from her. A little frustrating night. 5 points for Hannah Brown Trice. Been in foul trouble. Sarah Schaefer back into the game.
We'll give you all the scoring totals, unofficial as they may be at the game's conclusion as well.
Got big foul shots here for Castiglione.
Now,
going to line shoot.
Last day of classes before the break would probably be Friday the 23rd?
Thursday, 22nd.
Okay, so the 23rd is because of the holiday.
Yep.
You have off, Festivus Day.
Happy Festivus. Yeah, that was originally on the schedule, but then County BOCES came in and changed it for Festivus. She missed that foul shot.
Yep,
correct?
Castiglione had made her previous 2 foul shots. Yep. She's 3 out of 4 in the second half from the line. And she gets the roll on that one. Every point, huge
at this point. First team to 40 maybe, Dave?
That's a good call.
That's what Mynderse is going to have to.
I mean, 5's not a lot to overtake, but in a low-scoring game like this.
Holy cow.
Stop and pop? No. Just graze the iron. Here comes Waterloo with the possession.
They want to use that clock. They don't need to shoot.
Castiglione, that's who they want to handle the ball.
Yep.
And she's had a great game.
And there
then
she turns it over, though.
Fight for it. She gets it back. And this is Panic with it. Driving the lane, stopping, throwing it up, not getting the roll. Getting her own rebound, however, was Arno. And what do we got?
We got timeout
again.
It's a good spot. It'll be able to draw something up. I like the timeout.
They get a new shot clock,
Arno
too,
caught it at the foul line, and with about 15 on the clock, I thought she maybe should have used more time. She took it in. She got lucky getting her own rebound. Well, I shouldn't say lucky because they've been out-rebounding the Mynderse all night. But now they'll get it out of bounds, and it'll be interesting to see if Tim Lincoln tries to draw a play up to take 30 seconds off or to try to play up to get a layup. I'd go for the layup. I think a 7-point lead with a minute to go is almost gold.
And we see former longtime assistant coach who took over at times when Joe wasn't available.
Well, when he got thrown out.
Ed Courtney.
look at the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils.
Can you see them? That camouflage, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I hate that new camouflage. Well, at least it's not the digi-cam. But, Mynderse getting ready to go. They're going to have to wait another minute on game clock anyway. Ball boy Jake Prain and Rowan Markle down there. A couple Mynderse names you remember
That's
from the
the barber,
90s.
Isn't it?
That is Barber
Mr.
Bobby
Carasillo.
Carasillo.
Sorry.
That's his daughter down there, Lisa Carasillo, and her husband Mike Anderson.
Nice job by the
seen their
cameraman.
son
How about those Hunt brothers?
They do a great job.
They make cough drops. They do it all. They're stock market experts. We're close to 20,000. Close. But right here, 37-32.
We're far away from 2,000 here.
Yeah.
20,000, sorry. 20,000 here.
1:03 is all that's left from Waterloo.
That's not a halftime score. This is the fourth quarter if you're just tuning in, 37-32.
And the way it started, again, Mynderse had the quick early lead, but then it settled into an 11-all tie after one quarter. Looking to inbound. They get it in. This is Panic.
And she touched the ball out of bounds.
Yep. They didn't even get to
and that
utilize
didn't work out.
that
That stinks.
shot clock.
So you get a timeout. You get a pretty decent play for Panic and a look, but it gets blocked. You might get the ball back, but Castiglione touches it.
Yeah, and I
and
think
great for Mynderse. No time off the clock. 1:01 left. Going back down 5. They need a bucket though. They can't score, Dave.
not so far, not too much. And Haley Case with the basketball. Minders fans getting a little nervous themselves.
Waterloo has a foul to give, so they can be aggressive here. And there's a turnover.
Near turnover, and there's a scramble for it. Bodies on the floor and a foul called. I think they may have.
They got panic, but
that's a break for Minders if that's the case. And
yep, next foul they'll be shooting 2. So nothing yet, no foul shots here. So it doesn't hurt them too much, other than the fact that Waterloo could have had possession or tie up.
Almost as many timeouts right now as we see on the media with the media timeouts. This is not a media timeout.
You know, the game's only lasted an hour and 29 minutes at 7:29 on our real world clock here, but it seems like it's been forever.
I see you got the Apple Watch.
I got the Apple Watch.
You're a big fan?
I like it, yep. I use it at school a lot, to be honest with you.
A special hello to my sweetheart, Delane. She loves her Apple Watch.
Well, that's good. We got something in common.
She did 12,000 and some
Dave
steps
Barnick and the Apple Watch. I don't believe that it counts the steps right. I think it's all gibberish, to be honest with you.
I don't know. You doubt the
modern technology.
Yeah,
sometimes. But anyway, 37-32.
I have
Minders with the ball. They need
my
a bucket.
Eli Manning style Citizen Echo Watch.
Oh, nice. How do you like that?
Love it. And the person who gave it to me. So
nice. Jim gave you that watch?
It was a reward for all my efforts last year. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Must have came from Delane?
Yes, it did.
Not Delaney, Delane.
Well, right. But I call her Laney, D-Lane.
I like D-Lane. That sounds like maybe a basketball player for the Sacramento Kings. D-Lane.
Well, how about Delaney Walker?
Delaney Walker is another one.
Tennessee
All right, let's see what
Titans.
Jerry Anderson drew up out of timeout. 44 seconds left here in the Spo Center in Waterloo.
You got to think it's a
big upset in the making.
Heidi Miller, you would think would get
There
the
she
ball,
is,
and they're
but
trying
they
to
covered
find
it well.
her. She has it. Open corner.
Again, settled
short.
for a 15-footer.
And we got a foul, a little push out. That's, again, another break on the officiating, I think.
Now we're shooting. Haley Case going to the line. Time
Boy,
stop.
that was not an overly aggressive foul, if it was a foul at all. I think on the Miller shot, a defender may have got a piece of that ball.
Yeah, but the best, she's getting all her looks from outside 15 foot, and that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So here we are on the line, though. 37-32. She makes both of them. She cuts it to a single possession game.
She gets that one. That gives her unofficially 6.
Yep. I got 6 as well. She makes this one possession game.
Boy, that was a couple big plays there. Those calls loom big.
Yeah, and if I'm Jerry Anderson here, I just try to create havoc, make Waterloo go to the foul shot. I don't play to get it down and hit a 3 here. That's too tough. Well, it's 4 anyway.
She misses the free throw, but
Barnett
Minders with
3.
another chance. Shot has grazed the front iron. Then there's a reach-in foul from behind on
Sarah Schaefer, I think.
I thought it was on Madison Barnett, maybe.
No. Yep, you got it, Madison Barnett. Which, if you're not going to get the ball, it's not a bad foul. You didn't take too much time off the clock. 35 seconds left, as you can see. Both teams in the double bonus. Asia Arno on the line with a little pressure here, trying to ice the game for Waterloo. Poor foul shooting, both ends.
It makes these shots even bigger.
Yep.
And we'll see the form. Arno, nice form. Nothing but net. Beautiful form. She missed her last 2 shots.
Yep, she was 0 for 2 going into that one.
5-point lead, only 35 seconds left. Yeah. And Minders, I think it's fair to say now, in some real trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Down 5, struggling to score. She makes this. If this goes to 6, I would. First one to 40 still, though.
Good call.
Neither team may get there.
She misses the second, and the rebound taken away by Minders. Got away with steps. Some of the fans saw it. Here's the long bomb forced. So it was like a final shot, and
that could be the game. She traveled, and the foul.
But a quick, that had to be 25 feet.
I would have liked seeing a pump fake and go to the basket on that. She could have drawn the foul easily on a pump fake. Panic was flying out on it. And again, a great defensive play by Jillian Panic, freshman.
On the limited opportunities Miller's had inside, they were great opportunities, and she scored or drew fouls, but there just haven't been that many of them. Yet another missed free throw by Arnold. She's 1 out of 5 from the line, all in the fourth quarter.
Well, if you're a Finger Lakes East coach, you're going to look at this
She gets
Finger
that
Lakes one broadcast to see what Waterloo did to do this, and you just look at the box score to let you know that Waterloo's, back in the Finger Lakes East. Been a few years before they got a big win, but
now they need to heave it up. Do they get one? Not off the bank, and the rebound Waterloo. And guess what, folks? The Tribe is going to win this football game. Win this basketball game with 7.7 seconds left. We got a foul.
Yeah, we're going to the foul line. Aubrey O'Brien. Somebody just fouled out. I think Maddie Barnett just fouled out.
Who would have thought it?
I wouldn't have thought it. I don't sit up here and go one way or the other, but I thought for sure Mynderse would win this game by 12 points. I was trying to think of a over-under between the two games combined that Mynderse is going to win the girls' game by 12 and the boys are going to win by 30, and it's
Well,
it's
I
going to
think
be that
you
type of
told
night.
me this game could be the closer of the two. Jeremy Hunt said Waterloo had told me also that
this was going to be the closer game.
Waterloo's better than the record indicates, as the old axiom goes, and not getting the roll.
But I thought, Waterloo didn't do anything special on offense. I'm looking down. I can't think of anything that really did great offensively. They just did a phenomenal job defensively.
First team to 40,
Mynderse.
Kevin.
Yeah, they got 40. And they just did a great job defensively. They won the game on the defensive end, which Tim Lincoln's teams have always been strong defensively.
And this game is history. Waterloo has pulled it out and defeated their rivals Mynderse 40-33. As we'll wrap this one up and have a player or two. And Mynderse boys taking on Waterloo moment in a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes, but Waterloo with a big victory here. They entered the game 0-2 in the Finger Lakes East, 1-4. They move with their first league win is a big one, and they give Mynderse their first league loss. As we'll take a break, and we'll be back.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. TheraScar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, TheraScar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Welcome back to Waterloo.
Yeah,
High School.
40 to 33, I think was the final score. If I got that right.
Yeah, you did. 43-3.
Boy, 33 points. It was a low-scoring affair. Lots of turnovers and cold shooting, but the opportunities, obviously, Waterloo converted on more of them than Mynderse, and they were considered probably by most people as not a huge underdog, but probably a double-digit underdog.
I'd say 10-point underdog.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Mynderse to come in here and blow them out. Waterloo's got talent, but I am really surprised, and I've said it before, that they did pull off the win. The thing that I know who's happy is Tim Lincoln, because his team just executed so beautifully on the defensive end, and he's always took a lot of pride in that defense with his teams, and tonight was no exception. He's got the girls back and back playing meaningful ball.
And a win like this can do so much for the confidence, the ego of a team.
Absolutely.
The fragile egos that everybody has, but especially young kids. Let me quickly run down the scoring. We're hoping to get an interview.
Jillian's coming in right now, Dave. Hold on that scoring. And
by
we'll
the
get her
time
in
she
here.
gets here, I can.
Here she is. So, and if you want to go over the scoring, and one of the reasons why we decided to have Jillian up here tonight was, we talked about no one really scoring a lot of points. Logan Castiglione led all scorers with 11, but Brie Burkett had 8, and that was it. There's not a lot of scoring. In Jillian's up here. Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
We have Jillian up here because she anchored that defense for Waterloo tonight, and really they had to have a great defensive effort. And I talked about it at the beginning of the show. You were in charge of Heidi Miller.
Yeah.
And that's a tall task. Probably, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but the best player maybe you've seen all year.
She's a wonderful player, and I look up to her as a role model. She's very, very good, very aggressive, knows the game very well.
And a good sport,
Yes.
So sometimes when you play against kids that are better you, if you don't like them, you don't really look up to them. So you do have the respect there for her, which is nice because Heidi is a good sport. But what was the game plan tonight on your defensive assignment?
Just pretty much to not let her score, box her out.
Deny the ball as much as possible.
Yeah.
So what is a win like this going to mean to you and the team, you think, as you have a tough early start this season, and this is a big win?
I feel like it really geared us to further on have some wins and make us work really harder and give us a chance at a good season.
And Logan, I thought, played a tremendous game.
She did.
For you. It was a team effort, a lot of not very hot shooting by either squad, and then you guys pulled away at the end. I'm impressed how relaxed your father appears during the game, because I know what that's like from both ends. And I used to say that Joe Spazzato would push the panic button, so now I guess Tim Lincoln can push the panic button when he needs help.
You play more like your dad than your Uncle Jim, though. I don't know if that's a good thing. Once you get Uncle Jim's jump shot, you'll be the complete panic.
You mean she actually passes the ball?
Yeah, that's right. Well, she plays hard like her father, But
both great players.
You played a good game. This game gives you a lot of confidence. Did you think inside? You're thinking about the game today, maybe last night. Did you deep down think we're going to beat this team, or we can beat this team? We're going to have a great. What were your thoughts going into the game?
Just that if we played to our full ability, that we can beat this team. I think we were all nervous because it was Mynderse rivalry, but definitely going in, we want to win. Definitely helped.
Are you nervous right now?
Yeah.
Well, let me say this, and this is, I consider this to be an ultimate compliment. You don't play like a freshman, Jillian, and it'll just get nothing but better for you, I'm sure, with the good work ethic that I'm positive that you have instilled, no doubt, by your parents and the coaches, and great effort by you and the team.
Now, I got a question for you. Your dad's listed as an assistant coach on the roster. Is he assistant coach, or did he just slide that in because he's the athletic director? Does he come help out at all?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. So he comes out behind, doesn't sit on the bench, but he maybe comes into practice once in a while, helps out coach.
He looks pretty psyched right now as we're watching him do the meet and greet along the
two guys are
sideline.
going to be real happy tonight. One Jeff Panic, one Tim Lincoln.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a long time, Jillian. You know, I know you played varsity last year, but you know, Waterloo hasn't had a significant win probably in 4 or 5 years on the girls' end, and Coach Lincoln used to have a pretty good program here. So I think this is a step in the right direction, like you said. It's going to give you a little confidence going into your next few games. When's the next game? Do you know off the top of your head?
Next week.
Spencerport, is that a Christmas tournament, holiday tournament? It's Spencerport and Brighton, I see.
Yeah.
On the 28th and 29th, and then you're getting all over Section 5.
Yeah.
But it'll be home here, Avon, and then Newark and Penn Yan as the Finger Lakes league schedule resumes. Okay.
All right. Well, hey.
We appreciate you joining us. Congratulations to you and your teammates on a fabulous win, hard-fought victory, and keep it going positive.
Yeah, great defensive effort. Great job on the glass. You really got a lot of rebounds tonight for a 9th grader. That's tough to really assert yourself, and you did a good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulate your teammates, and have a great holiday season. And we'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, Jillian.
Tonight is going to be one of those big nights for Finger Lakes sports. Yes, last couple of years, Mynderse and Waterloo, the girls and boys basketball teams, have played their meetings in doubleheaders. And tonight, the girls play at 6 o'clock and the boys play at 7:30 in the big cavernous Waterloo High School gymnasium. And that brings me to one last point on this show. Why doesn't Finger Lakes basketball team schedule more of these doubleheaders? Because it all seems they want to do the JV and varsity doubleheaders. You know, more schools got to take a cue from both the Blue Devils and the Indians. Have the girls and the boys play on the same night in doubleheaders. Heck, it works here. It could work for Lions and Clyde Savannah when they play. It could work for Newark and Lions, and so on and so forth, all through. But of course, the old standby having the JV and varsity teams for the boys play in one area, and of course the girls play in another school. What about families who have kids playing on both the girls and boys team? It would make more sense for the girls and boys to play in the same location on the same night, if you know what I mean. There's a good idea, but I don't know how far it's going to go with the Section 5 organizing committee. But you know what I think? It's going to be an awesome game, because you know how Mynderse and Waterloo feel about each other, and you see how Mynderse is kicking ass and taking names, especially Jake Main, because he shows that, hey, even in the Finger Lakes, basketball players can dunk. Just watch Mynderse. Because you know what? Waterloo's trying, but I don't think they can compete with the Blue Devils. Let's go, Mynderse. And that's all I have to say about this week, folks. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Jerry's talking to Corey Foster. Are we on?
Welcome back. We are at the Waterloo High School Gymnasium, and coming off an upset of the girls' game between these two arch rivals. Sloppily played game, lots of turnovers, but Waterloo gutted it out. Gritty play, converted when they had to. The Minders never seemed to get any kind of flow, and they escaped with a 40-33 victory, a huge win, their first league win of the fairly young season still. And Kevin, if you talk about Waterloo being an underdog in the first game, their colleagues, their peers on the boys' side of it, have to be considered a much bigger underdog against a Minders team that has just been really on high octane all season long so far.
But it's the same type of strategy. Coach Kevin Dinan's going to have to slow the game down, make it ugly, get them frustrated, shut down their big person inside, which the girls did in Heidi Miller. Now the boys are going to have to shut down Jake Meehan, and it's the exact same thing. And going back to that girls' game, you got to have somebody kind of step up to pull an upset. And we talked about how great Jillian did on defense, panic. But Logan Castiglione in the second half on the foul line and hit a nice three. Kind of took the game over in the fourth quarter. And Daquan Kingston, who we'll see in the next game, he's in charge of Jake Meehan tonight, who did a great job in the interview, him and Jake Jones earlier, said, watch out for Castiglione in the second half, and he was right.
Quite seriously, Kevin, you do a really fine job as well. You mentioned great job by those kids, but that's a nice feature, getting a player from each squad, and certainly years gone by, I don't know if that would have happened in my era, which is quite a few years ago. Although, we had respect, and you learn to become friends with some of these guys, but it's a really nice touch all the way around.
Jim and I talked about it a couple years ago. We've had some great interviews. We do it for the Waterloo Minders rivalry both times, and we kind of get the kids up here to let their parents take a look at them, and we try to get seniors and kids maybe that we haven't had before.
What do we expect in this game? Do you think Waterloo's going to want to use as much of the shot clock and make it one of those winning ugly games?
Minders likes to play quick. They like to shoot the three. They're very athletic. They are clearly, there's not a person here that thinks an upset can happen. I'm talking like 30-point favorite by Minders.
They have
Waterloo has to make this as ugly and slow as possible.
They have that a lot of good returning players coupled with a team that was just an awesome JV squad from a year ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And, still some good talent on the JV team for Minders.
So we're going to switch back to our studios for these commercial words, and we'll be back with tip-off.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. Therascar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, Therascar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Starting lineups being introduced for the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. Brett Anderson, Devin Anderson, Kellen Karaher, Jake Mean, and I didn't get the other starter, but we'll get
Anderson,
that
Karaher,
Jake Jones, maybe?
Anderson, Jake Jones, and Mean. And now they're calling out the Waterloo. This one's a tough for me, Dave. There's not a kid down there on this team that I didn't teach for 2 or 3 years or coach. I've coached all these kids but one. Kevin Dynan, the Waterloo varsity coach, played for me for 4 years here at Waterloo.
Oh, really?
4 years. We were in JV together, freshman, then JV, then 2 years of varsity. And so, you know, I'm working in Seneca Falls. I'm from Seneca Falls. I'm a Mynderse guy through and
You better
through.
be unbirased or you're throwing you right
But
over the railing.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be upset with a Waterloo upset here. And, you know, it's just there's some kids here that I'm close to and always was close to. And Coach Dynan and I have good relationships still. So
actually, you raise a good point. And one of the things I found over the years is, you know, obviously we squeeze for the teams we cover.
Yep.
Waterloo, Mynderse, South Seneca.
Nobody worse than Burke.
Lions. But after a while, you start to notice if you cover enough games, the personalities of certain teams, and then you gravitate toward liking some teams better for that.
Sure, you know.
Because you have so many good kids from different squads
Yep.
that you find easy to root for. And one thing, would you say that Waterloo may be wanting to freeze the ball tonight? Because if so, the custodial staff or maintenance staff has done a pretty good job of freezing us out in this gymnasium.
Well, it's a big gym. It must cost a lot of money to heat.
Keep those
But
taxes down.
That's right. So, yeah, they really want to take the air out of the ball here. You know, any possession that goes under 10 for Waterloo is a victory.
So Christian Everts, Jared Benedicts, Jake Webb, Tim, I'm not Daryl Imhoff. Remember that from last year?
Yep.
And Daquan Kingston, the starters for Waterloo. Here's Mynderse from outside, no.
Good, no second chance opportunity there for Waterloo. Good look by Devin Anderson. That's how quick Mynderse is going to try and get that shot off. Waterloo should have made a bounce entry pass last time down. Jake Mean's going to steal that every time unless you put that on the floor with a better angle.
Had a nice chat with Coach Nick Ciotti prior to the beginning of the girls' game.
I think this plays well in Waterloo's hand, the 2-3 zone. If I was Mynderse, I'd get up and pressure these guys and really make it difficult for them. They might get some open looks and some threes early on.
Shot blocked.
That's not the shot that Mynderse wants early on.
That was Jake.
No.
Jake's had some big moments in a Mynderse uniform.
Absolutely.
That victory over that school from Rochester a year ago where he climbed into the stands afterwards, notable in my memory. Here's the long bound.
Look by Webb.
Won't go. And that's the thing that I've noticed from different squads, much more pronounced in recent years. The game is in its infancy here, of course, but shooting skills or lack thereof of so many players on a high school level these days.
Fundamentals. If you were with us the last game, I talked about that AAU basketball and how they try to just get games to pick up. Kids don't play games on their own. They don't practice enough on the fundamentals, and it's not just plagued to this area. It's all over the place.
Anderson drew contact, and they'll shoot 2 at the line.
Yeah, we've got a big night tonight in the Finger Lakes East with Geneva at Mid Lakes, led by Bryce Burry. Pelmac at Newark. That's a huge Finger Lakes East battle. Wayne at Penn Yan. Naples playing good, up to the 10th spot at Dundee. And we'll see what happens around the Finger Lakes tonight. A couple of those games on top, very interesting. Newark and Pelmac.
Anderson missed the first, and he misses them both, but
got a big body.
Strong rebound,
Nice
laying it up
finish.
and in by Mean.
That's what Meehan does well.
And full court pressure right away. Waterloo breaks it. Can they find some scoring? No, they won't on this occasion. As
Critter, we call him Critter, Christian Everett.
Yeah, he booted it out of bounds.
He pulled an ollie. Remember that? Now I'm going to stump you.
He pulled a what?
Ollie.
Ollie?
Ollie, O-L-L-Y. Hoosiers. When Ollie dribbled off his baseline in the...
One of my favorite all-time movies.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
One of my favorite all-time actors, Gene Hackman. Love that movie.
I stumped you, Dave. I'm feeling good. I feel as good as Tim Lincoln does right now.
What was the final line during the credits of that movie?
Oh, boy.
I love you guys.
Oh, nice. Gene Hackman.
Great movie.
One of your favorite actors.
Went to the same high school as Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, no kidding.
I think that was Dansville, Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. You can look it up on your phones, folks.
Yeah, we got Jake Meehan going to the line. Slow start again tonight.
He's
taking after the girls' game.
Grown an inch or two from a year ago. He's listed at 6'5" now.
I'm not sure if he's grown since last year. Might be just his hair cut.
Nobody's accused you of that this year.
No. Well, actually, a couple of the Benedict's twins, they're out there right now, 5 and 24 on the foul line. I usually shave my head pretty tight. They came up to me and said, geez, I didn't know you could grow hair on your sides. A couple of clowns, those two guys are.
Mean gets the roll both times, and it's 4-zip. Mynderse in front. 2 minutes into quarter number 1 here in Waterloo.
Little stat you might not know, Waterloo's the only team to have 3 redheads on the court in the Finger Lakes tonight.
Well, unfortunately, neither of them was Bill Walton so far. Either is a bomb from outside by Devin Anderson, and it's quickly 7-0. It was 7-3. I remember seeing that football score in the girls' game. We got a Waterloo timeout, and we'll tell you that this live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is made possible through the support of Generations Bank with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. And Therascar is a dye-free, fragrance-free, medical-grade product that improves the appearance of scars and aids in the treatment of cuts, burns, acne, eczema, and psoriasis. Learn about the benefits and why people here in the Finger Lakes are so excited about Therascar at 5starmedicalcorp.com. And we appreciate those and all our sponsors on Finger Lakes One. Well, not the start that Waterloo and Coach Dinan were hoping for. And Waterloo having all kinds of trouble getting a shot, much less quality shots off.
Yeah, they've struggled all year. They had a close game against Geneva last night, or last time out. Lost by 5. That's a good effort for this team. There wasn't great expectations coming into the season, and obviously we got the best in the league versus the worst in the league tonight. So, we'll see what happens. They got a tall order ahead of them tonight, the Indians.
Yeah, they break the press. Can they work the ball, get some quality shots off, and already cut into the 7-point lead? On the perimeter, Webb.
And here's a shooter. Jarrett Benedicts can shoot the ball.
Shot is short.
He had a big game the other night against Geneva. I think he had 5 threes. Another shooter.
Yes, that one won't go back iron, but Mean with the rebound takes it to the hole, doesn't get it. His own rebound, yes.
Got turning backs. Jake with a quick 6 points here in the first half, 6 of the 9. Too much down low right now for Waterloo to handle.
Yeah.
It was nice in the interview with Jillian Panic when she mentioned the respect she has and how she looks up to Heidi Miller. That was pretty cool, I thought, kudos to Heidi, obviously carries herself well, and Jillian's honesty was nice to see.
I'll tell you another story. I may have mentioned this a year ago, but I had the opportunity to meet Heidi's sister in physical therapy who was doing an internship.
Okay, that must be Hannah Miller.
Really a nice young lady.
Yeah, that's a great quality family, about 14 or 15 of them, and a lot of kids, all of them good quality kids.
Here's the outside bomb. Yes! And that, Benedict's, as you mentioned, the shooter.
That's his twin, but both can shoot the ball. Jarrett's a little bit sharper shooting the 3 than Ransom, but Ransom can fill it up as well.
No, but a foul, and that'll send Mynderse doing a good job of attacking the basket. And even when they don't. What was the first name of the Jones who played for Waterloo a year ago?
Oh, 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
John Jones.
John Jones.
Yeah,
he had
John
some big
Jones.
games.
Yeah. A little player for Waterloo. Oh, nice pass by. I like the pass by Webb. I didn't think Benedict's knew it was coming.
Oh, even in the NBA, they might have called that one.
And that's something that, you can get away with that tonight, Jake Meehan, but I don't know if I'd want you doing that all the time. You're not going to want to do that against Newark and that. So, watch those little habits that you can get out of a game tonight. Give it to the guard and fill the lane.
Benedict's in some trouble. Passes out to his brother for another tray. Halfway down, won't go. Rebound up by Imhoff.
Darryl. It's a big play by Imhoff. Good rebound, going right back up, taking it right at Meehan and finishing. Oh, good steal by Webb.
Webb trying to convert here. Taking it up and gets fouled.
And that's where you talk about when your team's struggling. And Jake Webb gets a great steal. But if you saw a fundamentally sound player, there's Ransom's 3. If you saw a fundamentally sound player, he would have taken that to the right side of the basket, got himself in position to use his right hand, put the defender in jail, and go up and get an easy basket.
Yeah,
but instead, he takes down the wrong side of the court. He ended up on the foul line, but it should have been a three-point play.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. If he went to the right side, he had a better chance of converting.
Lack of fundamentals.
Although I also thought maybe he was concerned with his – he didn't have the speed to outdistance the defender.
Jake's a great athlete. He's quick, he's fast, he's right-handed. There's no reason other than the fact that, these guys just don't get enough playing on their own and work on their own.
And the foul by Jones is already paid off because he missed the first free throw. So
good
rather
hustle.
than a 2-point or 3-point, they get one out of the deal. But they cut the lead 9-6, and here's a Waterloo foul. The foul's adding up quickly.
Yeah.
That one goes on Jarrett Benedict's.
We got Quentin Battle into the game, who's had some really good games, Dave, over the past couple weeks. Scoring some points, getting assists. He was huge in the Newark game. He played good the other night out. And, coming along here as a junior JV player last year. One of the reasons why the JV team was so good last year is Quentin.
You know what? As I noticed the nice little Happy Holidays insert on our screen, wishing everybody a most joyous Happy Festivus. As
got Meehan with an over the back.
One of the things that I thought was great last year, maybe past years, was when we had that downtown Seneca Falls in Christmas fashion on our during our breaks.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, 18-18 over in Newark tonight. Pelmac and Newark tied up. That sounds like a great game to watch.
Good, nice job by Meehan. I thought Waterloo worked the offense pretty well.
Oh, my
now
God, he just got baited in. That Markle just got baited into the worst call I've ever seen in my life. If I was Kevin Dynett, it might be worth a technical. It was a blocked shot. The kid went backcourt to get it, never touched it. Then Jake Meehan talked him into the call. Terrible, terrible call.
He's
one of the worst I've ever seen as far as calls go.
And the official is jawing with him now. I think at a point the official needs to look away as well.
Yeah, I can't stand the ones that argue back, especially when you're that
maybe
bad of a
during
call.
the timeout.
Yeah, say something. Here's what I saw.
Three-pointer by Devin Anderson. Tim, congratulations. As Coach Tim Lincoln of the Lady Waterloo Indians just walked by.
Get another three here.
told him to turn the heat up as my hands freezing as I shook his. 13-6, Mynderse in front, looking to run and gun. Looping it out, open three-pointer, left-hander shot a la Casey Jones, shooting from the hip. Right side, no.
Heat check on that one. He's hit two.
And another miss.
Hunter Haust into the game. He's a great player. About 5'10", 6 foot. Probably 6'1". Plays big. Plays real strong.
And that's a cool name, too.
Hunter Haust.
Hunter Haust.
Quarterback the football team this year, halfway through the season.
I think John
Good
Wayne
athlete.
did that Western called Hunter Haust.
I didn't miss that one.
So Waterloo down 7. Tricky dribble, left side. Webb. Back out Benedict's right side. Open three-pointer. Bang!
Ransom's feeling it. And as long as Mynderse Academy sits in that zone, Waterloo shows a little patience. They're going to get those threes all night.
And they're keeping it close. And dribbling off the foot of a Mynderse player. Jones, he wanted the foul, but I really thought the contact occurred just a moment after he lost the ball.
I agree with you, Dave, 100%. Good no call. So Ransom with his second three. Mynderse with a little 1-3-1 here. That's why I like to see a little pressure. I don't see Mynderse play a lot of man. I'm not sure why. They got the athletes out there.
Chance to break it. The pass got deflected, or Imhoff may have had a layup. Look at Mynderse fly to the lane, throwing it up and in. Brett Anderson with his first bucket.
He's a very explosive player.
Minute 10 remaining, first quarter. Right side. Waterloo driving. Dish off, lay it up and in. What a nice pass. Benedict's the recipient of the, I think that was Jake Webb on the feed.
That was Jake Webb. Heck of a pass.
Great assist. Left-hander shot won't go. Waterloo with a rebound. One and done for Mynderse.
Waterloo doing a great job here staying in it. They get a bucket here.
Kind of like the girls' game this first quarter right now.
A little better pace to it, better shooting.
Oh, my.
Ransom Benedict.
Another Festivus miracle.
Get out of the zone, Mynderse Academy. Get out of the zone.
That's 3 trifectas in the first quarter for Benedict. He has 11. Answering, though, is Jake Mean, taking it strong to the hole.
Big take by the senior leader. Needed a bucket. They got back on the board.
Benedict's looking for his brother.
He might just throw it up. Give me a heat check, Ransom. That's a bad decision here. Could he have dunked? Don't let him dunk
the ball.
it.
Mean wants to, and he lays it up and
Thank
in.
God Jake Mean came. 12 first quarter points.
I got him with 10.
I got him 10, sorry.
And at the buzzer, at a game with that shifted into overdrive here, 19-14. Second quarter coming up.
Yeah, good, and I'm looking forward to it.
This is Eli, and these are his 2 older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
I got to tell you, Kevin, I'm sorry. It's 19-14. Some thrilling play in the first quarter. Mynderse up by 5, and thanks primarily to the lightning hot shooting of Ransom Benedict's 3 trifectas and another long. He's 11 points there in the game, 19-14.
Yeah, Ransom's got, he's getting good looks against his own. I challenge Mynderse. Whenever you play an inferior team, I don't like sitting in a 2-3 zone because you're going to give open looks in the zone sooner or later.
Not inferior. Let's clean that up just a little. But a team where
I'm going to say inferior.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm brutally honest. But, it is. It's a team that you should win by 20, 30 points, and you play a little man-to-man. In your power rankings, you got Mynderse number 1. Waterloo's not even on the board. Play a little man-to-man. Make them, earn their points. But credit Ransom Benedict's. It's on fire.
And they've done a decent
Here
job.
It is. Here's the man-to-man.
Of breaking the press mostly. But early on, Waterloo had trouble even getting a shot off, much less a good one. And then Benedict's found the range on the 3 bombs.
That might get a 5 count there. Now a shot clock.
Down to 3. They're going to have to fire it up.
How
Guess
he had to
who?
rush that.
And it's an air ball.
Feet aren't set. He's moving with off the ball. They had to shoot it because of shot clock. 1 possession of man-to-man. It's not too hard to figure out. No, thank you.
What do you teach? I forgot.
Gym. Physical education. But I know you can tell me.
I didn't know. I forgot what you taught.
I know you can tell me who invented volleyball, though.
Yes, I can.
Because you're a gym teacher.
William
you
Morgan.
Told me that once.
Holyoke, Massachusetts.
Very well. Good job.
1854 maybe?
Jake, volleyball? 1896. 1895. Now, Jake Means played unbelievable for Mynderse so far. He's got 10 points in the first quarter. He's really being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket.
He flies
rebounding.
in skies.
What an athlete.
A transfer, if I'm correct, of a couple years ago from that small school in Central Seneca
County.
He misses the free throw.
Misses another.
He missed them both. You gave him the jinx.
I jinxed him.
Still no scoring in the second quarter. 5-point lead. A minute into the second period. Dave Barnick, Kevin Korzeniewski, Jim Sinacropi, our leader on the production, and the fabulous Hunt brothers. Jeremy and Jason. Jeremy continues to insist he's the better looking and smarter of the two.
We got to give a shout out to Eric Red Lorenzetti, who's watching in Auckland, Massachusetts. Just sent a text to Jim Sinacropi with a picture of the production. Auckland, New Zealand. I'm sorry.
Is he?
I got to quick.
Is he playing golf out there?
I'm sure he's
with
golfing.
A strong move, couldn't get it to go.
Another redhead. That's a lot of redheads involved in this game tonight. We just saw a picture of his father a little bit earlier. Got a front and center down there. You can see him in the right corner of your screen sometimes. Waterloo's on offense.
Waterloo, if they can just keep in single digits again, you stay in the ball game as against a favorite, and you start to believe. And we had a timeout called by Coach Kevin Dinan. A chance to tell you that Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn, proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod online at littlejohnortho.com. And, it took me a few years to get it, and then Jim's removed it from the copy.
The Invisalign.
Invisalign, yes.
My kids have the Invisalign.
And
that's why Dr. Rod can afford the place to do some advertising here. The Korzeniewski kids all are in braces.
Visit Red's Place, serving great lunches and dinners daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, homemade soups, and the best burgers and wings in Seneca County. Visit men'shalloffame.com or check out Red's Place on Facebook for their full menu. And speaking of the best in Seneca County, they're only about 20 minutes away from the best gymnasium in Seneca County. There's the shot, in and out and back in again.
There he is.
He's still warm.
Ransom.
He's feeling the heat.
Benedict's.
He's taking no prisoners, Ransom.
I thought they hit the line.
Heads up play, saving it by throwing it off the leg of a Waterloo player. Boy, they had some great games. People do forget just how good those Waterloo teams were that played against the state championship team that you were a big part of, Kevin. They were great teams, barely lost as the jumper floated through.
Well, they didn't barely lose to us. They barely lose to other teams, but not us.
No, I was about to say, hold on. Who hit that jumper?
That was Jake Jones on the jumper. Nice pass by Jarrett Benedict's to big Daquan Kingston on the board for the first time. Great interview in the girls' game if you're a boys fan. Daquan and Jake came up. Both did a good job.
And jump ball. possession. We'll see. It's going to be Waterloo ball. No, I remember the finals of Section 5 where what turned out to be a Final Four state team, Pelmac, barely defeated a very good Waterloo team that had a couple great matchups against your superb state championship team.
But they were very good, very talented team.
Scintillating crowds for those games.
Oh, great atmospheres. Pat Patchen, Jeff Ike, Bobby Baldwin.
And really before your time, I can still remember attending a game where the Mynderse faithful were doing, I guess they were doing that chant of Dunley, Pat Dunley, who was a superb shooter and scorer from Waterloo. When the whole crowd does
Jake
your
Meehan
name
just
that
picked up
way.
his second foul. That could help out Waterloo a little bit. But Mynderse has done well without Meehan. You know, he got a technical the other night against Newark, and they won without him. And the team rule is technically you sit out the rest of the game. And so, I don't, it's a tough rule. But, he sat out, and they went down the stretch and won without him, which gave the other kids on the team a lot of confidence.
Now
I like the
that
full
rule
press here.
Doesn't carry over to the New York Giants, apparently.
That's a Mynderse Academy.
I love Beckham, though.
Oh, I'm glad you do, because I can't stand him.
Well,
that could be a 10 seconds. Nope, I got it over.
We got a 3-point ball game here, folks.
Got to keep attacking. Pasalacqua kind of looked
trying
around.
to tie things up, not doing it. Air ball. Here comes Mynderse the other way, up by 3. Jones shifting gears, laying it up with the left hand. It won't go. Mynderse had the rebound,
just
stripped
took it right away
by
from
Benedicts. What a first half he's having. Lays off, and they'll slow it down and set it up. This is Jared Benedicts with the ball. With
pick
the
and roll.
Irish green sneakers. Yes!
Oh,
it
crossed
won't
him
go,
over
though.
really well, but he didn't finish.
And then his quick hands nearly stole it.
Well, Coach Dinan's got these kids ready to play tonight. There's no doubt about that, Dave.
They are throwing themselves around the court.
Not playing
great
scared.
Hustle. Great hustle. Like to see it. Mynderse out front. This is Jake Jones with it. Leaving near steal. Imhoff had it and scramble for the ball and contact, no whistle, open three-pointer. Bang. Boy, that's tough.
That's a great pass by Kerher.
So tough because Waterloo worked so hard defensively, and then they.
That pass by Kerher, that takes strength. He got up in the air, got caught a little bit, still delivered a nice pass. If that's a slow pass, Devin doesn't get as good a look.
That was a great effort that time by Jake Jones, but he couldn't convert. Down 6, Waterloo with the ball. A quick moving first half, 3:15 remaining in the quarter.
Waterloo's got to be quick, be careful here. It's a 6-point lead. If they want to stay in this, they got to keep this down to 4-6 by half. And they should attack the basket.
Nice pass, and the layup is good by Kingston.
Taking advantage and no Jake Meehan. Jones with a quick 3, Waterloo rebound, down 4. They really got to keep attacking the blocks now. In the zone, they had the 3. Now it's man-to-man. No Jake Meehan to alter shots. Keep attacking those blocks, Waterloo. See if you can get easy shots.
And I think it was Jared Benedicts on that great pass.
Yes, 2 great passes to Kingston.
He's driving, looks, leaves for his brother. Long, high-arcing shot, just short.
Good
but
rebound.
He's bailed him out with a rebound. Takes it strong to the hole. No, his brother lays it up and in. On fire.
Ransom Benedicts having a career game. 12 points here.
I got him for 15.
Got more? 15, I can't add.
And what do we got? Timeout.
15, you're right. 15 out of the 22.
That's twice tonight that I've been right.
Yeah.
I'm usually only, like a clock.
When you're doing math with me, you're going to be 100%.
Well, we got a timeout on the court,
Great
a 2-point
pass by
contest as we see the replay. And I'd like to tell our folks that insurance for life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. With offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor. Visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Great group there. Penny's Place Family Restaurant located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals. A large selection of breakfast items and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. Making me hungry. All I had was a salad earlier. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Check out their menu at pennysplacerestaurant.com. And their owner, I had a chance to play golf in a little 9-hole scramble earlier in the year. Nice guy.
Yeah, John Sabloski.
Yeah.
Well, got an update again, and Palmac leads Newark by 3 at the halftime. So
they have a nice coach there at Palmac, too. He does a fine job. I forgot his name.
Dan Harris.
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Likable, good sense of humor. Yeah. Matching wits tonight with Cervolo? Or
Cervolo, yep. No,
Cervolo,
not Miranda. Yeah. Bob Haverilla.
Haverilla, thank you. 2-point game,
Traveled.
And we're going to have steps.
Yep. Shuffled his feet.
And again, with 2 minutes to go before halftime,
we got a game.
You would have probably said at least 8-10 point lead by Mynderse by now.
Absolutely, no doubt about it, Dave. But I tell you, the closer the game it is for us. We don't want to see any lopsided games.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We get singing and talking about too many other things. Inside, lots of traffic. He finds the open man in the corner for 3.
That's 4 3-pointers for Devin Anderson. Shoots it a lot better than his father used to, I'll tell you that.
Anderson.
Big turnover by Everett. Has too many
laying
turnovers.
Up and in off the press.
Big steal by Jake Jones.
And all of a sudden,
that's just too easy.
Jones' bucket gives Mynderse a 7-point lead.
And that's what Waterloo's got to be careful of. Mynderse can do this to him. Quick spurts, quick threes, take care of the ball, get good looks. Jeez.
Imhoff handles the really fireball pass.
Yeah. Jarrett Benedicts has been doing a great job of controlling the ball for Waterloo. Here's Snyder. He can shoot it.
Doesn't get that one to go. And
Father's a Mynderse grad.
Actually, it may be close to double digits.
Yeah.
Or with a 3, it would be.
Here
is the 3. Yes!
You could just feel it. They got to get Jarrett Benedicts back in.
Just like that, it went from 22-20 to 32-20. 10 unanswered.
They could look back to this as this last 2-3 minutes of this first half.
Yeah, critical.
Kingston's out. Jarrett Bennick's out.
Imhoff, hard 15-footer off the iron, won't go. Down court quickly. The defender really lucked out.
Snyder, yeah.
His back was to the basketball.
That's a reach, yep.
And then a reach and foul on Mynderse.
That's a great play by Snyder getting the steal there. Here comes Webb and Benedict.
And he was triple teamed, and
we're talking about Ransom having a good game. How about Devin Anderson? He's 4 or 6.
That was Anderson again,
he's
wasn't
got 4 threes.
If that was Devin, that's 5.
5, you got him for 5. I got him for 4.
Or did
Jake Jones had 1?
That's what I thought.
Oh, Jake hit the last one.
That's right.
It was back to back.
They're confusing me again.
Yeah. 14 on the clock here. Waterloo should hold it for 1. They get a bucket. They're still in good shape going into halftime. See if Ransom can get a 3 against his zone. Skip it. He's got him right now. Head down dribbling, though.
They could use a bucket down to 2 seconds left. They got to get a shot off. And
he had lots of time.
Well, that'll do it for one half of play. Again, they took a timeout with, what was it, about under 2 minutes to play.
About 2 minutes. 3-point game.
2-point,
to 10 fast.
22-20, now 32-22. We're going to have some halftime discussion. I think you have a guest coming up.
Got some girls coming in.
And we'll be right back.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. TheraScar by 5-Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, TheraScar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
So weird.
And welcome back to Waterloo High School. We are in the halftime of the boys contest, 32-22 for the boys. We have the girls side of the interview. Every year we do this, bring up some seniors to talk a little bit about some stuff around Seneca County, some stuff they happen to do with the game. And we welcome to my right, Haley Case from Seneca Falls, and to my left, Bree Burkett from Waterloo. And we have a winner and a loser up here tonight, unfortunately, for one of you guys, no matter what it is. So thanks for coming up, girls, and welcome to Finger Lakes 1 halftime show.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions about your game. Bree, start with you. What was the game plan going in? Mynderse with a stronger record, top of Finger Lakes East in the girls' standings, formidable task. What was the game plan going in?
The game plan was basically Heidi. We had to attack her, keep her under a certain amount of points, and then go after the rest of the team.
Yeah, it starts with Heidi Miller for Mynderse, for sure. And we brought Jillian up after the game because Jillian, the freshman, guarded her, did pretty well. I thought she did an outstanding job on defense. And how about you guys? Game plan going in?
It was just to stay calm, play basketball and just kind of just do what we do, but obviously it didn't work out. So
Sometimes it doesn't work out.
No, it was just the focus. I feel we just didn't have focus tonight.
Yeah, and you got to credit Waterloo. They played well, and you had a lot of shots that didn't go down. Normally those shots go down for you. I talked about it during the game. You guys doubled down a lot on Miller and left some players open. Haley was one of them. Normally Haley knocks down those shots, but tonight, next time maybe you'll get them. But tonight wasn't your night. So tell me a little about the boys' game. Haley, we're going to start with you. What do you think so far?
I think it's anybody's game, really. I mean, if the boys don't come out at halftime, Waterloo could catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bree, thoughts? You watching the game, or you still celebrating the win?
Both. I think that the boys' game is really a close call. Mynderse is up right now, but we could eventually come back if we keep our focus.
They playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Ransom's on fire.
Yeah, he's doing really good tonight.
Yeah, he's on fire, and Jarrett's doing a good job passing. Daquan's got a couple. Daquan called the victory, by the way. Came up and said you guys were going to win.
He did?
Yeah, and he even said Logan's going to play good in the second half, and she did. And he knew it was coming. He was the only one. But, Daquan did a good job of that. So I'm going to ask you guys with that, saying predictions on the game. I'm going to start with you first. Who's going to pull this off in the second half, and why?
This game?
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be Mynderse, but if the boys can pull it together, then we might have a chance.
Yeah, they got to keep that hot shooting going.
Yeah.
And how about you?
Mynderse.
So we got two Mynderse votes. You're going to get in trouble in school tomorrow. Two Mynderse votes. Who's going to carry him in the second half?
I don't know. Devin Anderson's been.
Devin Anderson's just. You were talking about Ransom Benedict. Devin Anderson's, I think, two, but still, he's got four of them already. Yeah. You guys could use one of those tonight. Yeah, to me, Devin's got to share those with the girls' team. So what do you look forward to? Jake Mean sat out a little bit towards the end. If he comes back in, he was dominating before he got in foul trouble. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. All right, I'm going to start with you first. Favorite place to eat between Waterloo and Seneca Falls? Where's your go-to joint?
Connie's.
Connie's, you're going Waterloo.
Yeah.
All right, but owned by Seneca Falls.
Mhm.
You know, the Cardozola family. You like Connie's? Favorite dish at Connie's?
The chicken Caesar wrap.
Chicken Caesar wrap. I like the quickie. All right, how about you? Favorite eatery? Seneca Falls, Waterloo.
Probably Connie's as well, and the
Two?
quickie.
Two Connie's and she's a big quickie fan. I like it. Yeah, Connie's a great place. We don't hear that a lot. I always ask this question to the kids, see where they say. And we had Chichino's and Parker's last time. Deli gets a lot of votes, but Connie's. We got to use Connie's on. We got to give them the sponsor in the show. All right, girls, I'm going to ask you a little more serious question. You've played a lot of sports. You know, I know you guys play multiple sports, and basketball is what you're in now, but it might not be your favorite sport, or it might be. Biggest influence that you've had in high school, that somebody that you can lean on and you really looked up to, and next year when you're gone, you look back and say, man, I kind of miss that person. They've helped me a long way. Bree, we're going to start with you on the fly here.
Somebody I look up to on my team?
Nope, coach or a parent influence, somebody that has really done a lot for you in sports over the years.
I feel like Coach Henson and Coach Lincoln, even though Coach Henson isn't my coach right now, but they both have a really big impact on how I play and how I keep my attitude and myself together.
Yeah, you struggle with that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you come a long way, though, watching you play. You know, I think that credit to those two coaches for keeping you in check. And, you know, congratulations to you for doing that. You know, I know it can be hard. So good job. It's been fun to watch you grow up. Haley?
Probably Coach Anderson. He's been coaching me for a while, and he's built me up. And even though I didn't start off good when I came here as freshman year, he's been along with me, helped me grow, make sure I know things, and keep growing on my skills.
Yep, and I talked about during the game, as you say that I think you're the most improved player in the program over the last couple of years. You know, where you've come from and where you are now, you've come a long way. And sure, that makes sense to give a shout out to Coach Anderson on that one. What about the next game? You guys got a Christmas tournament coming up, correct? Who's in that tournament? Can you tell me, or don't you know?
I don't know.
You know, these girls never know. Boys, they know it like this. You guys got a long layoff, right?
Yeah.
So this loss just dwells on you for 2-3 weeks, and I know Coach Anderson will take that and use it for motivation and practice. Yep. It's going to be a tough winter break for you guys in the Arthur L. Baker gym, I think.
Yep.
All right. You guys want to give a shout out to any of your teammates that played well tonight that aren't up here?
I think Jilly did really good guarding Heidi and keeping her.
Now, if Jillian got in a little foul trouble, were you next to guard her?
Yeah, I was next.
You know, I saw you doubling a lot on her. You know, I don't know if Coach talked about that, but I saw you kind of pinch.
Yeah,
you sag down and pinch in that.
Yep.
But yeah, Jillian, how about you? Mynderse Academy played well tonight. Got to find someone. Struggling.
I mean, we all did something.
Yeah, sure you did.
Probably Heidi, because even though she was triple team, double team, she still found a way to get the ball, pass it, shoot it, and work through her.
She always does, right?
Yeah.
You know, she does a lot of little things. And, I give a good shout out to Heidi. All right, girls, listen, you did a great job. Congratulations, Bree, on the victory. Haley's going to be waiting for you next time. She's going home to circle it on the calendar and say, well, you know what, I'm going to knock down some threes. You hit the first one.
Yeah, and after that it was dry.
A little dry. All right, we're going to go out to a commercial break. I think the girls coming on doing a great job. We'll be back in about 2 minutes for the second half of our boys action.
This is Eli, and these are his two older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Watch
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time. I'm Dr. Michael Gray.
Halftime, Waterloo, New York, where Mynderse leading by just 2 points with under 2 minutes to play, exploded on a 10-0 run. And kind of ironic, because we were saying we would have expected them to be up by maybe 8, 10, 12 points, and it took about a minute and a half.
Yeah, about a flash.
They turned the 2-point lead into a 10-point lead. And because Waterloo had done, they'd been really gritty and hung in there. And also by virtue of the torrid shooting of one Ranson Benedicts, I have them for 15 of their 22
15.
points.
Yep.
You can't expect that in the second half.
No way.
So
That'd be insane. Both these coaches are looking at the first 3 minutes. If you're Minders, you're saying, we got to go out there and we got to win the first 3-4 minutes of the quarter, and that'll take care of everything else. And Kevin Dinan on the other side saying we got to win the first 3 or 4 minutes. Waterloo's off or down 2-0 to start.
Wow, the first possession, by Minders. I think that was Brett Anderson.
From Kerher. Passes a lot better than his brother ever did. I don't think brother had assist in 3 years.
Oh.
Well, I just know he's listening. He's been talking a
You're
little
the
smack
regular
to me.
Grinch that stole Christmas.
I do it with a
you?
smile, though, Dave. You got to do it with a smile.
I bet the kids love you. I bet they do.
I don't know about that.
By and large,
I know
bet
Liam
they do.
Kerher does. Certainly one kid that really loves me out there is Liam Kerher. We used to call him Stinky back in the day.
Waterloo trying to get a shot off.
Nice
Shot
pass.
clock. They do not get a shot off.
No, he didn't even
They're
him on the
hustling.
layup.
By the way, I want to say hello. I thought I saw a familiar face from the southern end of the county. Lincoln Lowe on Christmas break stopped in to watch the game to our left.
He's here again.
Going to the
tonight.
University
you're
of
talking
Buffalo.
about him tonight. He was at South Seneca last night watching the game.
You were at that game?
No, I know him.
How do you know all this stuff?
He's the great emancipator.
Yeah.
You follow him on Twitter, you get to know him. Jim Sinacromi
Who
taught me.
scored that basket?
That was Jake Meehan on a putback.
Jake with another solid effort, and here's another turnover. Look out, Waterloo.
Give it up.
3-on-1 break. Lay it up and in by Kerr. Expect the whistle to blow for a timeout, and you've got it. Just like that, and you nailed it. Didn't even go 3 minutes, a minute and a half. The lead extended from 10 to 16. And we'd like to tell you that Ferrara Lumber has been delivering the highest quality service to area contractors and homeowners in the Finger Lakes since 1959. Start planning your next kitchen or bath project, remodeling project at FerraraLumber.com. Happy to have Ferrara Lumber with us. And the next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern, renovated theater. It has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house first opened in 1915, even before my time. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Movie season. I think Christmas is the busiest movie day of the year.
Yeah, I think so.
I never make it on Christmas.
Me neither. But yeah, around the Christmas I do. But Christmas is. Going back to Lincoln Backman Lowe, there was rumors that his sisters went over to Minders. He stayed at South Seneca. And if he had transferred, Jim and I have debated it many times. We think Minders would have had another sectional banner if Backman Lowe transferred to Seneca Falls.
Well, they could use him. Again, this year off to a sluggishly slow start, and I watched him once. They just don't have many shooters.
Yeah, South Seneca sure does miss him.
Although I kind of expected with the team, the players they had coming up, that they'd be okay this year and above average next year. We'll see. Things can change.
Well, we talked about that, right? You bring kids back, but if you don't bring good, high-quality kids back, you still aren't going to be better just because you're a year older, you know?
Yep. And here's a turnover again.
Yep.
And you see a little frustration now.
You know,
Waterloo has put out so much energy, Kevin.
Yep. They're in a tough emotional spot right here. They need a big basket or two to try and keep this. Here comes Ransom Benedict's back in. But, you know, my coach, Scott Smith, used to tell us all the time that great teams won third quarters. You know, they come out after halftime, really take it to and this is what Minders has kind of been doing first 2 minutes of the half.
That was a great run, and 2 years after that, they made it to the finals. That Minders, that would have been 94. The Bobby Markle senior
Markell
team and Novak.
Mark Noble,
Novak.
Yep.
Waterloo looking to get on the scoreboard, trailing by 16.
Got Ransom open right there. Let's see if he's still hot. There's his brother. He missed.
And fought
crashing
for it,
hard.
Kept it alive. Resetting the offense. 5.5 to go, third quarter. Girls.
Look at this. Oh, God. Jake Webb. Find the hot guy.
And nice layup.
Good find.
What a pretty move by Jarrett Benedicts. That's his first bucket of the night.
First bucket for Waterloo in the half.
Trying to chip away, playing tough, hard-nosed defense. They're working hard, but they are outmanned. As I was about to say, Waterloo girls with the upset in the first game, 40-33,
Nice.
an offensive foul called. Who took that charge? Was that
Daquan
Imhoff?
Kingston took the
Kingston.
charge on Kellen Kerher. A little bit after the play. Nice play by Kingston, though. Yeah, that's a charge.
Have you got your Christmas shopping done, Kevin?
About 95% done. Thank God for Amazon. I get another sponsor in here. Amazon Prime saved my life this year.
Well, they sell some nice shiny things that are available at your local jewelry store.
Yeah, my wife's not a big jewelry person.
38-24, 4:40 remaining. Driving, not scoring. Kingston kept it alive and could have been called for steps there.
Yeah, he walked.
And
Good job by Jake Meehan.
shot
really
clock down to 3, Kevin.
Well, there's
Excuse me,
Ransom.
Kevin.
Let's see.
Yes!
Still got it.
Ransom taking no prisoners.
That is Ransom. Benedict's just on fire tonight. It's a shootout between him and Devin Anderson. Both got 4.
Open, three-pointer, corner, no. Rebound mean. Nice
pass.
dish off, beautiful. And laying it up and in, the recipient Kerr. Second bucket, 4, both in the third quarter. 13-point lead. Benedict's.
Nice pass.
Inside, and
2 Waterloo guys fumbling over
Yep.
it. Looks like
here comes Mean, shifting gears, bouncing it across court, finding the trailer, and they're going to have steps. Yeah, I think he did, drag it.
it looked awkward. I wasn't sure if it's a foul, but you've been right all night, so.
Shot from the corner.
Great pass here by
We see
Jake
in the
Meehan. Very
replay.
unselfish player.
Real nice.
Heck of a
and
passer.
Smart. That's the other thing, is the ball went to the other side and he went to the hole.
Yeah.
So he was in position to receive the pass. You can't receive a great pass if you're not in position
Good
to
bounce.
get it. Inside, little head fake, gets the roll. Nice bucket by Kingston. He's got 3 buckets, and
just like that, Meehan on the other end. Jake Meehan.
Means adding to his point total. I got him for 14.
Yeah, quiet second quarter. Looking a little foul trouble.
Kingston needed to go right up with that. He was in position, too. That's a tougher shot, and it gets deflected, and lucky he didn't get called for the foul. Here comes Mynderse, looking to run again, stopping, popping, off glass, no. Pounding the boards, but Waterloo gets the ball. Seeming to take over control here in the third quarter as we look at the early season standings posted.
Yep, we got Mynderse at 9-0. Tonight will be their 10th game. If you look at anybody else, 5, 7. Geneva's got 7 in, 6 by Penyon. 10 games done by Christmas. Not a lot to do in the second half of the season, and really don't have a lot of tests left. They got to go to Pelmac and go to Newark, and that's it. Mynderse.
Geneva down this year.
Geneva's down. Yep,
Kevin.
Yep. Better than last, but still down.
Benedict's driving and draws contact and draws the foul. Boy, he drew it.
Yeah, he's a good ball handler.
More so than
shifty.
the other guy committed it, I think.
Yep.
But that'll put him to the line. These are twins, the Benedict's boys?
They are twins. Yep, Jarrett and Bransom. And another update from Newark, tied 50-50.
That's a
after
barn burner.
3.
Officially a barn burner.
Yeah, Pelmac wins that game. That really opens it up for Mynderse to get the league title this year. Newark, that's a tough loss.
Who's the team to beat in the Wayne County League this year?
Clyde Savannah Golden Eagles. And East Rochester's reloaded. They lost a lot of kids to transfers, but, speaking with Coach Zach Young, they've reloaded with some other kids. And they got one player back, a shooter there. Coaches, Casey or Michael is coming back. He's a tough player.
There's the drive by Mynderse. It won't go. That was
there's your Wayne County standing. East Rochester at 4-0 already in the
battle.
league play. And Clyde at 3-0. And
somebody knocked them off, I see. 4-1 overall.
Mynderse first game of the year. We did that
right.
game. Yeah,
At the chiropractic
handily
college.
knocked them off. So we do the power rankings here at Finger Lakes East. They're 1-2, but it's not even a close
tough
1-2.
move.
Yeah, Daquan's a beast.
And there's him off. Turnaround jumper, no. Waterloo still giving it the 100% try.
Charge.
I think Mean got away with one.
He's walking away. He thought they called a charge. No. I want to know why that's a block.
Ask him.
Excuse me, sir. Kevin Dinan is. So Mean back to the line.
I forgot who your NFL team is, Kevin.
Let's not talk about that.
It's
the
not
Washington
Cleveland
Redskins. Here's the
Oh.
Finger Lakes West standings. Naples making a run at it. You talk about teams that I jumped on the Naples bandwagon the past couple of years. We used to call a lot of their games. And Whitman, strongest team in the West, should win that league. But Naples and Red Jacket and Bloomfield will have something to say about it.
Whitman kind of every few years switches leagues too, don't they?
They haven't in a while. They have been in the West now for a while. But there was a time they went back and forth. They've seemed to be permanently out of the Finger Lakes East now.
So we got a 14-point game,
Travel.
under 2 minutes to play, and I don't want to say the wheels have fallen off yet, but
They're getting there.
A couple of the lug nuts are loose.
The pace right now is in favor of Mynderse. Waterloo kids down a little bit, but 7 points this quarter to 10 on the Mynderse end. So they've only been outscored by 3.
Or
4.
They gave so much energy, put out so much energy, and especially the first half. And there's that follow-up. See, just attacking the basket. And
if you don't get a body, if you don't
one.
get a hard body on me, and he's getting every rebound.
And they're all over the place. It must seem to Waterloo the way Mynderse is swarming, like there's 7 or 8 Blue Devils on the court.
And they just keep bringing them in and bringing them in and bringing them in. They go 12 deep, Mynderse does. They've got 3 or 4 guys that start for most teams in the league. On the bench.
And as good as shooting, and it was torrid shooting by Ransom, Benedict's. I haven't seen really much shooting from anyone else.
There it is. As you speak.
Benedict's again.
The 15-footer. He's feeling it. He's got to get more looks.
Yeah, he's had a MVP kind of night. And he's kept them within shouting distance. A nice drive to the hole. Hunter Host with his first hoop of the night. Lead up to 16. Inside, and again, great position, but too hard off the glass by Daquan Kingston. Mynderse moving the ball swiftly, assuredly. What do we got?
He got shuffled his foot.
Yeah.
See, I can't see with the.
Yeah, the
blocked a little bit on that part of the court.
In front of us. They're trying to protect us.
Yep.
Actually, beautiful facility, no doubt. The spaciousness of it, when it's not a really large crowd, I think detracts from the atmosphere somewhat. And you mentioned one thing you like about the Mynderse gym is the atmosphere. Is that shot by Benedict's won't go. 16-point lead. Mynderse may hold for the final shot of the period. That's what they do. They're slowing it up with 15 remaining on the third quarter clock. Dave Barnick, Kevin Korzeniewski, the Hunt brothers, Jason and Jeremy, doing the camera work, and of course producing Jim Sinacropi. Inside Mean blew the chippy, put it up too late.
Yep.
Too much, too little, too late. 47-31, Mynderse by 16. We'll be back for all the fourth quarter action right after these words.
This is Eli, and these are his 2 older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories 1 scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Find the partner you've been looking for. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Well, we got 1 quarter of basketball left. We see some of the Mynderse faithful here on the monitor. 47-31. What positive potential do you see in this Waterloo team to develop and make it tough on some of their league competitors in Section 5 play?
You know, the one thing is they can shoot. Jarrett Benedict's can handle the ball. Daquan Kingston gives you a physical presence inside. This in the last game against Geneva should give them confidence in the fact that they can play with teams and maybe grind out some victories. There hasn't been a ton of bench play, although Ransom did come off the bench.
A layup by Brett Anderson. One thing, I think they're playing hard for their coach. I hate to draw the comparison I'm about to say, but I'll say it anyway, and I hope people understand where I'm coming from, is the bomb won't go. It's kind of a knuckler up there from 3. And they leak out there for the break, little 12-foot baseline shot. No, and the rebound Waterloo's Benedict's. One thing they've said about the winless Cleveland Browns is how hard they continue to play. And I have seen nothing but good sportsmanship and hard play all night long from the Waterloo Indians. But as far as talent level, I think they're in better shape than Cleveland is, too. I think there's some room for some growth
they're playing
and
with
some
the
wins.
best. They're playing with the best team in the league, possibly the best team in Class B. And, they got some positives to take out of this, and I give it a lot of credit, almost all the credit, to Kevin Dinan, the coach of Waterloo. He's got them playing hard. He's got them believing. The kids seem like they're having fun. They got a purpose out there.
And not only that, don't stop believing, because Journey just got selected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame today.
How that's a tie-in to that analysis, I have no idea. But great for Journey, one of my favorite bands.
Although it is a sham, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because the Moody Blues aren't in. Here's a bomb from outside, won't go. 18-point lead for Mynderse. It was a 2-point game with less than 2 minutes to play before halftime. Here's Benedict's. No.
Cooling down a little bit, Ransom is. He needs those. They're still in the zone. He's still getting good looks. Just not knocking them down.
Here's one. Won't
Quick
go
shot.
the other way.
Quick shot.
Yeah.
6 minutes left, 18. Let's get it around, work it, run your offense.
Exactly.
Set some picks, swing the ball, get the ball inside the me, and really put it away.
Kevin Korzeniewski's.
And there you go.
Nice move on the low post.
Kingston's having a good game.
Kingston that time didn't force the shot or he didn't make a couple of times I've seen him take more difficult shots than he needed to be. And a good fundamental effort there by Kingston, who's got 8.
Yeah, he had a good game. Tough matchup in there with Jake Meehan. And if they can go on a little run here, maybe get it to 10 with 4 to go, Mynderse, as long as they keep taking those quick threes, I think you invite that at this point. That's kind of playing into their hands, but, you need some sort of edge, and maybe Mynderse will shoot Waterloo right back into it.
And perfect at the free throw line, converting the conventional old-style three-point play. 49-34, 15-point lead. And you got to play them, a couple turnovers, a couple threes. They could make it interesting.
There's the turnover.
There's the turnover. Benedict's driving.
Off Mynderse.
Good defense. Good. I do like the way first of all, they have great team speed and quickness.
Yeah,
Mynderse.
great team athleticism. I agree with you.
And we got a timeout, a chance for me to tell you that Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stevers Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Finger Lakes Construction is the #1 post frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. You can visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. Just two more of our fine sponsors bringing you high school sports on Finger Lakes One. Good hustle by Kingston, keeping it alive. Effort, not a problem. Scoring and keeping it close is. Down 15. I think the largest was 17. Was that the largest?
18,
lead?
I think they had up to. And there's another three.
The Knuckler.
You might want to watch him. It's frustrating as a fan to watch this. You leave him open every time.
12-point lead.
Ransom Benedict's with another three. He's got 5. He's got out Anderson by 1.
20 points on the night unofficially.
Yeah, down to 12,
Mean, nice move. Yeah. He doesn't convert, however.
No, 2 hands, though. Good move. Go with 2.
Can make it 10 or with a 3 ball.
Another
down
Ransom
to 9.
Benedict's 3.
Don't force that dribble. Double teamed. Cross court and throws it away.
He had about 5 white jerseys open. The unfortunate thing, they were all on the sideline on the bench. He's got a little rattled.
Speaking of that, gym
chance
teacher,
to cut it to single digits.
You remember that old gym game called the sideline basketball? That we used,
sideline soccer? Is that where a sideline can play?
The guy's not on the court. You could pass it back and forth.
Yeah. Well, scoreboard.
They should have tried that.
Yeah, stand up. Somebody should have just stood up and caught it like he was in the game. Maybe
we still got nearly 5 minutes of play here. A 12-point difference. Shot from the corner, forced again.
Don't like the shot selection.
Yeah.
He's dribbling behind the arc. Now, how often that's tough for a college kid to make that shot. Dribble back behind the arc. That's a tough shot. Can't get your legs under you.
And I think Christian Everett's caught a break there on his attempted bounce pass and went off the foot of a Mynderse player. So Waterloo will reset underneath their own basket. You see Coach Dinan giving instructions from the sideline. Open bomb, Benedict's. Oh. No, not that time. But King Imhoff with a rebound, kept it alive. They'll reset the offense. New shot clock. This is a pretty big possession in this game. Can make things interesting.
A three-pointer can make it a little more interesting.
Jarrett had it. Now top of the key to Everts.
Take your time.
Right
18
side.
On the clock.
This is Webb. Just the facts, ma'am. That's Jake, not Jack Webb. He's going to drive, draws contact.
Got a block.
And drew the block, I think, on Jake Mean.
Yeah, that's his third. Jake Webb, good take, though. Good possession. Slow possession.
So not the kind of, I guess, fluid work of art, precision game that Mynderse would have liked or that some may have expected either.
Nope.
Foul
well, when
shot
you take
good.
quick shots and you don't run through your plays in offense, that's what happens. You leave the door open to your opponent.
You keep the opponent hanging around. Webb's second shot doesn't get it that time. It's an 11-point game. Here comes Jones. Behind the back dribble. Throws it up inside. They reset outside. Nice floater. Tough shot by Jake Jones. I'm not sure.
Here's your upcoming schedules for Waterloo. They got to go to at North Rose. That's a winnable game for them. They got to take care of the player in there, Jim. I can't think of his name for Norris. Tyler Norris, and then World of Inquiry.
He's
so they
the
got
one
a couple
returner
games,
back,
and then
he?
they get back in the league play. Mynderse, they play in about another month. Looks like a 16, 17-day layoff when they get back in the league play. I don't think Mynderse has a non-league game left, which is strange at this point, but that's the upcoming schedule.
Well, webcast sponsor is FingerLakes1.com, web development and hosting. Did you know FingerLakes1.com has been developing great websites for local businesses and organizations since 1998. Take control of your web presence with a trusted, reliable local partner and call our downtown Seneca Falls office at 315-712-0104 or see what we can do for your business at services.fingerlakes1.com. That's services.fingerlakes1.com. We thank all our sponsors helping us to bring you high school basketball. There's Tree Felber in attendance.
And his son
to him
Ryan.
at halftime. And his son Ryan, yes. That Tree earned his nickname, and I can tell you from banging on the courts with him some years ago. He was a bruiser. 51-38. Waterloo still got an outside shot here if they can convert on most of these opportunities.
Yeah, I like that Mynderse finally went back into the man-to-man.
And it's
And
already
you
bothering
notice,
them.
I mean, it just bothers them so much. I just don't understand why they'd ever play zone.
Yeah, with
ever.
7 seconds left on the shot clock, Mynderse or Waterloo near half court.
And
Now
look at the
Benedict's
shot. That's the second violation they've had. They've played man about maybe a total of 15 possessions the whole night.
Off the glass, the shot. Again, it wasn't a bad shot under the circumstances, but I'm not sure they needed
It's quick again.
force it. Benedict's with a layup, up and under move. Jared Benedict's a pretty play. Down to 11. Under 3 minutes to play. Girls won. Waterloo defeated Mynderse 40-33 in the first game. Mynderse working on the outside. This is Mean taking it strong to the hole, but again, too hard, too quickly up. And I think against this man, they need to get the shots off relatively quickly when they have an opening because they're just a tenacious
left.
defense. Almost steps there.
See what high pick and roll.
Driving, Benedict's rolls it up there. No. Didn't quite make it underneath.
No,
the
maybe
cylinder.
one more dribble. Would have gotten shoulders a little more square.
No,
Good decision by Collins.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Yeah, he just dribbled it out. He didn't attack. They didn't force it. See if they can take 10 seconds off. You know, they're running a weave here, but it's still a lot of dribble drive. And
another
no
nice floater by Jake Jones. He's in double figures. 11.
Timeout, Waterloo back to 13.
Well, Kevin, let's see. Who's on that broadcast Thursday? Is that you again?
No, I'm done for the year.
Is that Mr. Sinacropi?
It is Rhett Tacconi, Matt Verkey, and the great
there it is,
Jim J. Nice Sinacropi. Produced by must be Jason Hunt.
We logged a lot of miles together last March Madness. This year, if any of the girls' teams are able to get to the Final Four, South Seneca is a favorite, you would think. But a lot of people are you can't really, if you can pencil teams in, you can't really write it in ink because too many things
seen it
can
tonight.
happen.
You know, I mean, we thought the girls would win on the Mynderse side. They don't even win. We thought the boys would blow them out. Here it is. It's the game's in hand, but it's a 13-point game. Waterloo makes a shot or two here in the last couple possessions. It's a game.
It's interesting.
Yep.
But what I was going to say, they moved that game, I think, down to Broome County now, the girls'
finals.
Four.
Is that what they decided?
And so
who knows?
From the perspective of the Seneca Falls or South Seneca or whomever,
nice
that
nice
cuts
trip.
the trip in half.
Yep. Well, certainly I think they have a disappointing season if they don't win sectionals. Somebody said, is it a disappointment if South Seneca girls don't win states? I said, absolutely not. You never know what you're going to run into. But I think if they are denied a sectional title, I think it's a little bit of a disappointment of a season for sure.
I was cleaning out my folder here before doing the game tonight. It'd still be Waterloo ball, and I was looking at these scores of the sectionals from a year ago: 59-19, 61-30, 50-26. That was a sectional final.
Oh my gosh!
Here's the palm from way outside. Deep in the corner.
A run out
and
by
here's
Jones.
A breakaway. Leaking out and scoring an easy one is Jones. Give him
6
13.
in the quarter.
JJ.
And that's a wrap. 15, 111 left.
That should do it. 15-point and
the only thing we can see here, if we can get Ransom Benedict's another 3.
Benedict's, and we got a quick timeout. What I like about this, I know some of the fans, the refs probably like, let's get out of here.
Well, I just saw Jake Meehan turn to the coach and kind of put his arms up like, what are you doing? And I like it too. You know, he's telling his kids, hey, let's we're not giving up.
That's right, exactly. Took the words out of my mouth. So, again, both this game, the nightcap, and the earlier game, we want to thank Red's Place, Finger Lakes Partners, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Ferrara Lumber, Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage, and Finger Lakes Construction, together with Generations Bank, Therascar and 5 Star Medical Corp, Dr. Rodney Littlejohn, and we'll have the Dr. Rodney Littlejohn post-game show coming up shortly there after this one ends in a minute 3. And FingerLakes1.com, web development and hosting. Our many fine sponsors here on Finger Lakes One. As I make my initial debut this season, and privileged to be a part of the team led by Jim, and hanging out with you fellas is always a good time and a joy for me.
Me as well.
I have to catch some of these upstate orange hoopcasts.
Yeah. Now, if you're watching and you say, okay, Miners got out of here with a win, what's the big deal? There is some issue as a coach. You go back and you reflect on the game. You didn't show that desire to blow an opponent out on the road. And what happens when you let a team hang around like this? There's kids that didn't get in tonight that wanted to play meaningful minutes. Oh, we're playing Waterloo. We're going to win by 20-25. I'm going to play. Parents get to the game. And now those kids don't get in. And yeah, it's not a huge deal, but those are the things you got to kind of think about in these type of games when, you're playing in your schedules.
They didn't really finish things, Kevin.
No, they never finished it. No.
That's the point. And again, credit to the game effort by Waterloo for all their hustle. Nice move there. And Mean got the nice pass, I think, from JJ.
Now that's a type of possession I was looking for about 6 minutes ago. Move it around, use some clock, pound it in, and get a layup to your stud inside. And we got a news update, or we got a score update. Looks like it's might be over in Newark. Newark's up 9 with 2 to go. So Belmac certainly has the ability to come back, the talent. But that's a good win for Newark, who's gotten off to a little bit of a rocky start and a tough schedule early on.
Means shot gives him unofficially 20 on the night, and I think that's what Benedict's
I got his 23.
369 11.
And I added it twice, so you couldn't correct me.
No, you're right, 23.
Right. Finally. Been a long night of being
leading
wrong.
Leading scorer. Here's the bomb, nothing but the bottom of the net. Bullseye for Mr. Jake Webb.
It's only good for the point spread at this point.
Which was?
I had it at 30.
Wow.
15.
That's
I didn't know
lot.
Either I don't know what I'm talking about, or the Waterloo kids came out and played some inspired basketball on both ends tonight.
I think they gave 110%. That is
girls
the final.
And boys.
58-45 here from Waterloo. So the boys from Mynderse get a split, and we'll be back and wrap this one up in their night's activities right after this.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. Therascar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, Therascar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Well, 58-45, Mynderse Academy boys victory over a game but outmanned Waterloo squad, earning the split. Happy to have one of the starters and key performers tonight, Kellen Karaher, with us. And Kellen, congratulations. It was pretty tough. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. It was a 2-point ball game, and then you guys got that nice spurt to finish off the first half. Was that a pretty big momentum switch, you think, at that time?
Yeah, we just had to control the ball, and we weren't really passing it around in the first half. And, once we got it going and moved the ball, we played our game.
Now, Mynderse, a very unselfish team, even though you'll see some big point nights for certain kids. They do shoot it well, but you're probably the one kid on the team that looks maybe for other stuff to do, and I think that's very important on a team like you have, that somebody's got to be out there kind of distributing. The only time I saw you guys make a good play in the fourth quarter, other than last possession, you caught the ball on the wing, took a couple dribbles, walked away from everything, where everybody else would have just fired it up. And that kind of is what makes you guys good, is those guys firing it up. But you need a little bit of a general out there. You take a little pride in the dimes rather than the points?
Yeah, it's not all about scoring, moving the ball, hustling. That's what you got to do to win.
Yeah, and you've certainly done that over the years. You might not see Kellen's name in the box score for 15, 18, 20, but he's kind of the glue that holds it together, and you did a good job again with that tonight. Were you surprised it was this close?
Yeah, we didn't really play our game tonight. We had no energy, came out a little rough, and we still ended up winning by 13. So playing horrible like we did, it's still good.
Yeah,
so you're not satisfied with the performance
No.
of the team, and of course, Ransom Benedict's made things interesting because he was on fire.
Yeah, he was. Props to him.
The zone seemed to afford him multiple opportunities to hit those threes.
Yeah, sometimes we don't close out very well, and, that showed tonight. He shot the lights out.
So what do you think going forward, Kellen?
We just got to keep our heads in the game 24/7, and, then we play our game like we did against Newark and Wayne, then we can be good.
What did you talk about the zone at any time as a group in timeout to say maybe we should keep an eye on Benedict's? It seemed like he was just floating around wide open all night. Or switch to man-to-man. You played a lot more zone than you did man. Any talk about that at halftime or timeouts?
We talked about it, but we just lose our heads sometimes, and we don't really think about things, and that showed tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking, Kevin, I brought these out, a blast from the past. Do you have a driver's license?
I don't.
Not yet, or
No.
maybe your folks.
The only place he drives is to the basket.
These are vintage. These are years gone by bumper stickers. If you'd like one, we're going to give that to you for your performance tonight and wish you well the rest of the season.
Callan, this is the most important one right here. That says state champs. Okay, that's the best one right there. That hasn't happened in Seneca Falls since '92. The only time it's ever happened. Don't forget that. So with that being said, real quick, goals for the season. What's your team goals?
Just play our game. Keep our heads in it, and who knows where we could go.
Have you ever won a league title?
No.
Is that a goal?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever won a sectional title?
No.
Is that a goal?
For sure.
You have the opportunity to bring home two more than your brother, or one more than your brother, right? You can tie him and then pass it. How many's he got?
I'll tie him. He has two.
He has two.
Actually, Nah, I think he has one.
Yeah, I think he has
It is
one.
one, yeah.
I don't even know if he scored in that finals game either. A little trivia question. You can find that out for me tonight. Will you tell him to text me? Let me know.
All right, Kellen. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to wrap things up here. The leading scorers in the contest for Mynderse, they had 3 in double figures, led by Jake Means, 20 points, 15 by Devin Anderson, and 13 by Jake Jones. Unofficial, of course, leading scorer in the game, leading all scorers, Ransom Benedict's with 23, but a 58-45 for the Mynderse, a victory for the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils, prevailing in the nightcap after the Waterloo girls had upset the Mynderse girls 40-33. And with that, we want to thank Kellen for joining us, you for all joining us out there, our cameramen Jeremy and Jason Hunt, our producer Jim Sinacropi, and of course my broadcast partner Kevin Korzeniewski. I'd like to wish everybody not only a most Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, but especially a Happy Festivus.
For the rest of us.
And with that,
Kellen, you know what Festivus is?
Nope.
I want you to find out, all right?
Find that out.
It's your homework assignment.
And may the force be with you.